I do the recap, or Cam, do you have notes?
I have notes, but I don't know how good they are, because I was zoning out near the end of last session.
Okay, so what happened last time is the unnamed party, you left Wet Hall with a little care package from sorry,
Mr. Murmur.
clicks face. Yeah, you left with a care package from Mr. Murmur, and he left you. He didn't know who to give the alcohol to because there's children and robots in your party, but he decided that Gris was the responsible one.
Yeah, I am.
He'll never live to see that mistake again.
No, he won't. Because he's dead now. Congratulations. You guys passed through Hole of Ismet, a rather miserable place to live. And, and you kind of got, you told the speaker there, but, they didn't seem to care too much. And being the pragmatic person you are, Pal was kind of just content with that and just continued on his way. Then you guys went to Delphine, one of the 4 major cities in Zeben. That is, there you rolled into town. You saw a man get burned at a stake, which was mildly alarming to some of your party members.
Yeah, Penny's gonna think about that for a while.
Oh, that's what happened last time.
Yeah. During the process, you ran into a rather laid back, but kind of also just bummed out tiefling that's just sort of he's down on his luck because his boat got damaged in a sandstorm recently, and he's been sending people to go head to a marooned boat that's a little ways west of town to go like strip some of the good wood from it, because wood's hard to come by in the desert. At least good wood for constructing boats, at least. And the concerning part is that he's sent a couple of people, and they've all come back saying that they simply won't do it, without any explanation. You went up, you didn't get any other details beyond that. In fact, if I remember correctly, you all were heading to the inn. Let me put my notes. The drunk dolphin, I believe, is where he was stayed, because it's the less popular tavern in Delphine. And you also managed to get in contact with what's his name?
Nad?
Nad Fenton, yes. Yeah, Nad Fenton.
Nad?
Yeah.
Why are you being mean, Cam? What's going on here?
It's not mean, I'm just flabbergasted.
Okay. Well, be flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, I was gonna say flabbergasted, more like nattergasted.
You also may have drawn the attention of Captain Air when Penny sent her familiar to investigate a body that they had burned.
Yeah, I sent Bert to try and act like a part of the pile of debris, and then she crushed him, just outright. I don't know if she saw me, but we left shortly after. So keep your eyes on that one.
But yeah, after that, you guys, that's when Penny and Noda, while she was in her bear form, basically negotiated with, trying to pull up his name.
Typhon?
Typhon, yes. Typhon the Tiefling was willing to give you guys a ride across the waters, but his boat was damaged, and he's currently still waiting to get the materials to fix it. And you guys offered to help him without the consent of the rest of your party, so your party is now here to get more details.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
And also maybe help.
Yes, and also maybe help. But that's where we left off.
Real quick, before we get too far into this, I locked myself out of my bedroom again. I've been running around my house trying to find something.
Oh no!
But I can't get in my room, and we're out of toothpicks.
No. How did you do that? I have a set of
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I have a set of lockpicks I can drive over.
Well, no,
it's just a circular lock.
Yeah, I need something
it's just a push thing.
Like
You have a mechanical pencil?
in my room, yeah.
Okay, well.
So
Do
now
you
we're
like
working on
kebab
it.
sticks, or is your family into skewers?
Yeah, I thought we did, but they're not where I thought they were.
Would they be?
You
With,
have
do you know
bobby
where?
pins?
Wait. No, they'd be in my room. I think I was super smart. Oh, I was super smart. I left a toothpick on top of my door last time.
That is super smart.
I know.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Let's
Well, I just
go.
went through the however many stages of. I'm here now.
All right. You all arrive at the Drunk Dolphin. Gris seems a bit more haggard, like she just ran a marathon to get here, for some reason.
I just momentarily forgot how to spell dolphin. Don't look at me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. As soon as we get inside, Penny's just kind of. I'm no longer on Noda's shoulders because bear form wore off, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
If I'm not mistaken,
Washed
yeah.
you when I
Yeah,
tried
no,
to
if I'm not
backpedal.
mistaken, she
yeah.
dealt 1 damage to you when she basically suplexed you, or
My bad.
whatever. So yeah, you're at 36
Listen,
out of
if it happens
37.
enough times, we're gonna get better at it. It's like Grissom meme with our
I
pull
don't
up
think
thing.
I don't think Penny has like the coordination to ever learn how to be good at it.
That's why you have to practice. How
Not
are you
with
gonna
that
get better?
attitude.
She does have 15 decks. She's a little coordinated.
Yeah, how are you gonna get better if you don't practice?
True. That's so true. That's great
That's
advice.
definitely Noda saying that.
Oh, are you gonna pick Penny back up on your shoulders
She was
before you
struck
drop
with a bunch of
her?
wisdom. No, it has to be natural. We can't just like.
Oh,
force
okay.
it. The next
All
one
right.
has to come.
Penny's gonna look around the room and try and find Typhon, just from where they're standing.
Yeah, he stands out a bit in the crowd. There's not a lot of tieflings here. You're able to easily find him again. He's looking at you with like recognition and familiarity, but he does not recognize Noda. She was talking to him in her bear form.
You were a bear.
So he's like, he goes, hey, what happened to your bear friend?
I'm right
Oh,
here.
she's right there.
He looks down and is like, I meant the big one. He holds his hand like above his head, like measuring someone's height.
I think
Yeah, no, that was me. I'm pretty sure you're talking about from like 10 minutes ago,
it was like an hour or so ago.
an hour ago.
He's like, he's shaking his head, like, I don't know what happened to my sense of time. I don't know.
Well, this is Noda.
Would you
I'm
prefer
Penny.
to talk to me? And I'm gonna wild shape again. Does this?
All right,
Just
let me
take a
pull
short
up.
rest.
Is there space for me to wild shape before I wild shape? I don't know where
Yes, this is one of the major cities, so a lot of their taverns are spacious enough to accommodate larger guests like Goliaths or just like large
Bears.
creatures. So yes,
cool.
there is room for you. You do like end up hulking and taking up a lot of space, and you are just like a little bit hunched over in this space, but you are able to like still exist comfortably. And
See?
For this?
he's like, I didn't realize. Apologies for not recognizing you. Either's fine, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Well, I mean, I only have this for like an hour, anyways. But
Oh,
I
sounds
can't
so
do
sad
this
about
again
it.
for another day. But it's cool.
You get those back in short rests.
I don't have this back until I take a nap or something.
well,
And Penny's gonna turn to the rest of the party.
he just
and
kind of holds his
motion
hands
over.
out. He holds his hand out. It's like, you are in a tavern. You could probably get a room to take a nap if you want.
I'm a bit.
And when you motion for the party, there is there's a moment of like relief in that like he wasn't aware that he was talking to 2 children. He thought he was only talking to 1, and now he was like looking for like where's their adult, and like you see him so like more relieved that he sees people like Gris and Pal approaching. He's like, okay.
What was that sigh?
There's something.
It's just been a long day.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I hear you. I get it. And I lean against the bar.
And he's like, he's just
the whole bar tips up.
no, it's all secured. And like I said, this is built to accommodate larger and rougher people. If this was like in one of the backwater towns, then yes, absolutely, you would end up breaking the tavern by just throwing your weight around. But here, it holds. It definitely creaks a little, but when he holds his no, what was, I don't know, whatever. I was like, he's like, he'll just give like a give sort of like a questioning gaze to the rest of the party, just like, oh.
And Penny's gonna introduce all of them and be like, okay, then that's Sam, and point at the orb of a person.
What you see is a cardboard box on the ground. Sam has casted a minor illusion.
He ponders Sam for a bit. Hold on a second. Let me do a little intelligence check to see if he knows.
Well, I'm gonna give myself an intelligence check to see if I know.
Yeah, no, he's able to see through Sam's illusion, and he is able to ponder his orb form.
Bask in its beauty.
What's the DC for that?
And then that over there.
DC for pondering the orb.
DC for recognizing that box is Sam.
It's a DC 16.
Oh, I need
pretty high DC.
I got a 14.
I got a 14 as well.
so Sam is Metal Gear Solid in his weight next to like everyone.
Where did that box come from? Was that here the whole time?
What happened is that like you were aware of Sam walking along like with your party, and as soon as you turned to face Typhon, you turn back around and Sam's no longer there. There's just a box.
Oh my god.
Now, Penny, you have the passive intelligence to know that's probably Sam. Noda, let me check your passive intelligence.
I'm
okay.
thoroughly bamboozled. I'm like, where did he go? Hello?
Yeah, you're like, oh, Sam must have wandered off. It's less of a panic like he's vanished into thin air. It's more so, oh, Sam's like going somewhere to get something.
This box is in the middle of the aisle. Let me move it real quick. I'm gonna go punch it.
So Sam is carefully rolling with the box.
So what happens as soon as you go to move the box, your hand will sink past the box, and you'll see like no resistance whatsoever.
Oh, that's so gross! Ew.
Gross. My personal
I just went straight
space
through
box.
The box. Gross.
Well,
I'm gonna shove it and walk back.
It's not a strong box.
Is it slimy or something? Why is it gross?
It's an illusion.
Weirdly cold.
It shouldn't.
No, because I accidentally touched Sam's body underneath.
Gross! Ew!
I got cooties! Oh my god.
Mom!
And then Penny's gonna be like, and then there's Pal.
Robot cooties? Booties?
And then that's Chris.
Kubot.
Typhon. So what happened is that Typhon was able to like see like, oh, Sam's in an illusion under the box. Like, oh, it's like, oh, that's a cute like jest. And then like that whole affair with Noda just like being really loud about touching a box happened, and he's sort of just overwhelmed. And then he's just like turns the POW and is like makes like a panicked eye contact. Like, are you gonna do anything about this? And then finally there is Gris, who had with her friend, with her friendly greeting. He's like, Gris is basically the oasis in this this crazy desert that you guys have marooned him in.
Gris would.
If she had the herbs, she would, but unfortunately, she's herbless.
Herbless. What's the
no
matter?
Herbs?
No herbs.
But yeah, we were wondering if we could maybe talk about helping with your boat problem.
I have I have my own vessel that would easily be able to transport you. And he gestures now. Whether or not you wish to be in your bear form on the boat or off the boat is completely up to you. I'll be able to accommodate you either way across the waters. Is it going to Fielet or Grimazon?
Can I get a map? Wait, do we have the main map somewhere? There. Oh, there it is.
Let me get a map.
We probably want to go to Fielet first because we're trying to hit every city.
Okay. Then he'll go, I can take you to Fielet, that's no problem. It's where I was going to go next if you wanted to go to Grimazon first. I'd give you priority, but...
Timer 3 minutes.
But he's like, but yeah, I can take you there. And I can also pay a bit for the supplies, especially since it's a bit unconventional. There's a maroon boat out in the sands that's sort of like got some like that's sort of just like flipped over and like in some rocks and stuff. And I just want you to sort of like carve out some planks. Well, basically tear out some planks from it. I need him about and he'll like gesture from like one end of the like one section of the bar to like where he is. Like I need them about like this long, and I just need like about like 5 of them.
All right.
Penny's furiously taking notes, as I am also furiously taking notes.
Sam is furious.
No one can see. No one can see because the only one who's able to perceive through the illusion is this man. So like, Typhon's not sure what Sam's angry face looks like.
Oh, and you mentioned something about people you sent out there not coming back.
Yeah. I found that while I was out, like I was asking around for places I could get some good supplies for ships and whatnot, and that place came up, the maroon ship. Most people don't bother with it because it's kind of a hassle if you're not strong enough to bring those heavy planks back, and you don't have a sled to pull. Most people with a sled are doing other important things. So I figured I'd have to pay some sort of premium rate for just like a handful of planks, really. But I was willing to do it because this boat is sort of my thing that I have. It's the only thing
your whole deal, huh?
Well, it's more so like it's my main source of income, and I kind of need it.
Yeah,
I'm not too attached to it personally, mind you, but. It's more so necessary to live, and I was like, all right, well, I'll pay the premium, and I've paid a few people, and I offered roughly 300 gold for 5 planks of wood. I figured that's a really good deal, but people just come back and they say they won't do it. And the worst thing is that they end up going. I asked, like, they seem to indicate that they went there and then just came back, and they won't explain why they won't.
Well, that's ominous and
could
concerning.
I mean, I tipped off some guards to it, and I was like, "Hey, there's something ominous there." And they're like, "Okay, we'll send out some scouting party." And when I poked my head back in the office to say, "What's the deal with it?" They just said they just said vaguely that it's unsafe. And I don't know how or why. And I stressed about how I need to send someone there to get me some supplies for repairing my boat, and they said they didn't care. They just said it's unsafe, classified information or something. Like there's some fucking legit organization.
What is there, a fucking government base underneath that boat? The hell?
We're going to this world's Area 51.
We are in the desert.
Uh-oh.
Where's all the ice cream then?
Shut the fuck up. Penny's gonna look at Pal and be like, so, are we good to do this?
He like shrugs, is like, 300 gold and a free boat ride to your destination.
To be clear, have any of the parties you sent out failed to return, or have they just
No,
they
all came back, and they just said they
sorry,
won't.
I was mistaken on that.
I won't make you any promise on whatever may be out there, considering the circumstances of all the failed completions, but we'll certainly give it an attempt.
It's also, I'm a bit interested. If people are unwilling or unable to talk about what they saw out there, it might be something worth looking into anyways.
He's like, yeah, if you turn it into you're free to turn it into adventure if you want. I just want some planks of wood. He just kind of shrugs.
Can you tell us where we could go? And I know you said the guards wouldn't talk to you, but it's better than not giving it a shot.
He said like, he's like shrugs like, I don't know the exact. You could try to like schedule some sort of meeting with the Captain Ethra Air here, or you could go to the main government building, and he'll direct you to the place that you've already been to.
Penny's at the mention of Captain after his name. Penny's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't think we need to do that. I think we'll be fine on our own."
He's like shrugs like most of the guards here are like assholes about they're very uppity about their role in this community here. So it's like this is my least favorite place to dock. If I'm gonna be honest, they're like very proud to be guards. You know, that type of
They
people.
seemed very power trippy when they were burning those people.
He shrugs like that seems to be like a popular opinion seems to be like that person deserved it because the party that he ended up getting killed were actually like very much like the general's town was like personally fans of them. So it's
burning.
I mean, if I don't know, it's like he shrugs like I mean, if they want to like burn a guy who like killed like someone like a family member or something, I'd just kind of shrug at that.
I was used to from either the time, like the I guess not time period. It's not like this is our world, but you know what I mean, like the relative values of I guess where Cravendale's from. Because when I think of D&D, I normally think of like medieval, and burning is like that's just a thing that happens.
There are tales of that. From Cravendale, there are tales of people being pursued and being burned at the stake, but it's always just like sort of like threatening, like these people will burn at the stake or they'll burn you at the stake, sort of deal. You've never like seen it or like heard of like somebody who's seen it, basically.
Okay.
But the concept that's common enough. But
it's a concept that is
see it.
Yeah, it's not common enough for it to actually occur. But it's common enough that, like, if you heard of it, you wouldn't be like, we have regressed into the Dark Ages. There are some places, there's some places that, like, use absolutely zero technology, like, whatsoever, and rely completely on, like, religious magic. Like, it's not too out of the realm of possibility that they're just like, we're gonna burn you at the stake, witch.
I feel like there must have been, better ways than to make a whole show out of it. It just made me uncomfortable.
Shows prevent copycats. Shuts it down before it begins.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's. I just didn't like it.
He shrugs. He's like, it's not really my cup of tea either. Like I said, this is my least favorite place to dock on the Delfino Lake. So it's like, not the greatest.
Well,
and it sucks too because this place is named after the lake. So it's like kind of like it should be like the best place to be. And it might be, like, objectively, but subjectively, it's kind of...
Compared to the places we've seen so far, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
We just came from the north.
Yeah, he's like, He's like, well, have you been to, like, Lucky Fortune or Cardo's? Those places are pretty decent.
That's where we came from initially, actually.
Yeah.
Alright. They're a little... It all just
got marked up 3 times on shoes.
Yeah, that was kind of bullshit.
He's like, that you definitely. He's like, I hear you. They definitely like rack up the prices in Lucky Fortune, but that's just because like, I guess that's where most people end up going first at least.
That's why you gotta haggle with them.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. We'll try and see what we can do about getting you that wood.
So, are you doing it, or is this a yes or no?
We'll give it an attempt for sure.
Okay.
Can't make any promises about the success, considering all the previous failures, but we'll certainly give it a try.
And Penny is now certainly intrigued by the mysterious, unsafe nature of this place. Like,
okay.
What could it be? It's a mystery. And what time is it? Because we spent most of today traveling, right?
You left early in the morning from Wet Hall, and then you went through Hall of Ismet, and it was rough. Nothing really happened there. You guys just kind of passed on through. So let me check. It is roughly, I'd say, like around noon.
About how far out of town is it, Typhon?
You said he's like. It's about like on foot with sand shoes. It's like an hour's trek west.
We could probably get this done today.
I mean, yeah, if you got someone like he looks pal up and down. Is like, if you got someone strong like that, then yeah, you could probably get it done. Most people I offer like aren't willing to do it because it's just a hassle.
No,
we also have.
That she wasn't included in the.
I was going to say we also have Noda.
He's like, yeah, but didn't you say it's gonna wear off soon and she can't do it anymore?
Well, we can get a quick, you know.
What about me? I work out. I like flex and think back to the last time I worked out.
Penny's gonna like reach over and squish your muscles. How much resistance does it give, or is it just jelly?
Please give me a strength check, Gris. Give me a strength check.
Contested
I don't have good
strength.
strength.
Your biceps stop Penny's squish.
To be fair, I've got a strength of 8, so Penny, anything more than that, and Penny thinks you're strong.
No, this would have been at disadvantage, but Penny's hoping to give you an edge here.
I got a 17.
Hey,
17.
yeah.
All right. With Penny's exaggeration, it's a bit like cartoony looking almost. The kind of bulge that Penny's giving the bump that Penny's giving your bicep there, but you'll see him just sort of like he's not paying too much attention. He's not exaggerating too close. He just kind of quirks his eyebrows like. He's like, all right, then I guess you guys got this in the bag, right?
In the bag.
We're not gonna. No, we don't make.
What?
We're not gonna give him false promises. People are randomly dropping out of this and not responding. We're gonna give it our best shot. We'll be back and we'll see what we can do for you.
That's the spirit, pal.
And if we don't come back, it's your fault.
You don't come back.
What? Wait.
And Penny's gonna get up from the table and start walking out.
He'll like set his cup down and just like look after this little mouse girl as she strides away from him. Is just like.
Are we supposed to follow
That was
her?
dark.
After confidently
Did you
putting
want
her
us to
death
follow
on his
her?
hands.
I don't know.
That was like a mic drop, but what's a microphone?
Who's Mike?
Why do we have his phone? What's a phone?
Why is he on the ground? Why did he drop?
Why did he drop? Pick my boy up.
All right.
There was no
Yeah, I
such
guess we'll
thing.
head out.
Penny's in a rude era.
All right.
Bring the beat in
So,
vibes.
what are you guys doing then?
If we could take a short rest.
Yeah,
no
you can
little
take a
bum
short-
that She couldn't use her links for.
Okay.
You can for sure take a short rest.
Then I am going to, if we short rest, I'm going to use Arcane Recovery.
You guys do your short rest. Pal has no benefit to it, so he's gonna go and check out the Knight's Place
All right.
while you guys.
These are going.
He's
Penny and
seemed like he
Noda.
didn't want to talk to them anyway.
Penny
After
and Noda will
Commander's
take a short
Landings.
rest, like just sort of like finding a comfortable place to relax, sit down, and relax for an hour. Is anyone else resting with them, or are you leaving the two children unattended?
I'll have to rest.
Taking like a power nap.
I'll take a long
or
rest.
something.
A long
Maybe, like,
rest.
And Penny is not.
Yeah.
Penny's not napping. She is just
Oh.
kind of like.
I'm fully
basically just
passed
kinda
out
holding-
next to you.
She lights a couple candles and just spends the time focusing on like redrawing some of the spell circles in her little pocket notebook, and that's her Arcane Recovery to get back. 5th level or 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
don't think
Sam,
I
are you staying with Pal or going with them?
Yeah, I'll stick with Pal. I mean, I don't get anything
Alright.
in short rest either, so I don't really care.
Gris, are you staying with Pal or staying with the kids?
I was gonna take a nap as well. I don't think I get anything from it, but I'm gonna sprawl out.
All right.
We're just both fully knocked out right next to Penny's little seance.
Yeah. You guys find like
Someone would be a little concerned.
sort of like a relaxed sort of like seating area that like is like a couple of like stone benches out in the sun that you guys can stretch out onto like cats almost, and there's a couple of like tables where it's sort of like a picnic almost park-esque area like built into the city. You guys can sort of relax in.
Also, during this time, if I had the chance to, I would
Yes.
like to resummon Bert.
Yeah.
But hold on, I always look up. I always keep going. I'll find a stat block for what I want him to. I always do this before. I always say I want to summon him, and then realize I didn't pick up what form I want him in.
All right.
I noticed like fully flopped over, like face down on like a stone bench. It's like the equivalent of seeing a kid floating face down a lazy river. She's fine, but it's just sort of like if you walked past it, it looks really concerning.
Okay. Pal, are you going to seek out the guards' barracks, or are you going back to the like officials' office, basically, that you were recently at.
Let's go to the guards. That went well last time. He said that
Uh,
apparently some of the guards are kind of dicks, so I'm just gonna go back to the people who weren't.
Okay, so you go back to the same. You go back to the speaker's office, basically. The same front desk person is still there. She'll give you another green. It's like, oh, hello, you're back. How? Did you forget something, or?
No, we actually just took up a quest of sorts for.
Oh, congratulations!
Didn't write his name down. What was his name?
Typhon.
Typhon, thank you. For Typhon, something about we're going out to retrieve some wood so he can fix his ship. But he mentioned something potentially concerning. He said that people have been going out to try this, and that when they come back, not only have they not accomplished it, but they can't talk about what went wrong. He said he's brought this up with the guards before, and we were wondering if you had any information on that, or...
she'll look around like through some cabinets and stuff. It's like, that's strange. Hold on one moment. Do you have any idea where this around what time frame this happened? Or
Recently, we didn't get a time frame.
we believe fairly recently. Honestly, I could run back and just ask him if you need specific dates.
No, it's fine. I imagine it was like sometime after the sandstorm, like a week or two ago. So it's not too much of a hassle. And I'm going to make an investigation check with her. See if she can find a report of some kind. Okay. She'll be like, mildly concerning. I've come up with a few reports, and they seem to be incomplete of sorts. And she'll sort of like slide a couple of papers across the desk. It's like, and the most frustrating thing is that it's there's not even the name of the guard who filled these out. Which makes it awfully frustrating. I can't punish somebody for this negligence.
Unfortunately, in line from what we heard from Typhon.
There is a date though. It roughly places it like a couple days ago, and it's just says like it's like really vague on details. It says like investigated marooned ship, deemed too dangerous. Keep up, like stay away, avoid if possible.
Interesting. Okay. Well. Just so you're aware, our party intends to go out and investigate it. We'll leave it sign of excessive danger, but in case something were to happen, it's better that somebody knows than not. So
she's like looking around like this is like kind of above her, kind of, and she'll kind of like look around like okay, I'll add to the report that a
would you
party
be able to
pursued...
put in a report for our rescue if we weren't to come back, say... Pel's doesn't know how long this would take.
I could put something up in the in the community board in the square to mention it if you were not to come back.
Plenty sufficient. We'll
we'll
call it a day. It's
a day, 2 days, probably.
We fully expect to return. I just want to have a backup.
3 days.
Considering the ominous report.
She'll just sort of like shrugs like, okay, I'll put that in. And she'll begin like she'll pull out like a piece of paper and begin like scribbling some stuff down before folding it neatly, and like setting it aside onto like a pile of stuff that seems to be like set to be sent out to other people.
Awesome. And this person's been nice. So we'll do. I've asked you this before, but it was like one of our first sessions. What would be considered a reasonable amount to give somebody for like information tip?
Information tip,
blacksmith, like way long ago.
Right. Like a single gold piece is like perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, we will do that. This is all right. So I'm gonna give her a gold piece. Just thank you very much. That's more than we had before, at least.
It's like, and she'll pick it up gingerly and just be like, thank you. and have a pleasant day.
You as well. And then start to head out.
All right. You guys will head back to your party. You'll find them. You'll find Noda face down in a rather warm, like sandstone bench. Gris is kind of sprawled out on one, and Penny is taking notes like a nerd.
I'm doing my homework.
What a fucking nerd.
Teacher, you forgot to collect our homework. That's you.
Penny would be that. Penny would absolutely be that.
Teacher, I think we had a final exam today.
What about the quiz you talked about?
But yeah, you guys come back to the other half of your party lounging around. What do you do?
Well, I guess we'll just wait. I'll let them know that we have somebody covering our backs, and then I guess you kind of just wait with them until they're done resting up.
All right. So the other 3 members of the party will get a short rest.
Penny's going to near the end of it be like, "Oh, right," and then she is going to reach into her hat, and she's going to pull out an owl Bert.
Huh?
All right.
Why did you say that like you just remembered him?
Well,
How long has he been in there?
I don't know, honestly.
You don't
Is he
know.
warm?
I felt something when I was doing my. Well, he's a skeleton.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
right.
staring at Gris after.
Bones can be warm.
I just mean I'd get warm if I was like shoved in a hat. I'm just
Bones
saying.
can be warm.
Bones can be warm and wet.
So true.
But Bert is neither of those. And then yeah, I'm gonna have Bert.
Penny, I gotta ask, since you're the only one who lost any hit points,
Yes.
do you spend a hit die?
No.
Okay, you are 1 hit point down.
And you know what? I'll take
And
that.
you are down. You have been mega
All
killed.
right.
What's it called? Overkill.
And then basically, just as we're walking, I'm just gonna have
Mega
Bert like flying and circling above, helping keep lookout.
Okay. You all are heading out then?
Yep.
I'll take you to the region map.
Yeah,
You
take
are
me to the region
here.
map.
You are here. You need to head roughly over here.
All right. I guess we will start to do that.
All right. Who's taking lead into
I
Okay. Please make a survival check for me.
I am more than ready to listen if Noda's scouting information is conflicting with mine, but I don't want anybody else in front. Well, you said survival,
Yes.
and can I guidance that?
You may not, because it is a rather long duration.
27.
27.
He didn't fucking need it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to in fact, with the 27, you're definitely able to get there within you're able to shave off some time. The trip takes only 45 minutes. A lot of time, actually. You find
shouting in the back with her arms crossed because she didn't get to go to the front.
Yeah.
Well, you can lead the way on the way back.
You get to be in the back of the line, Noda.
I'll look
Plus
out
also-
from back here.
Because also, when you're in the back, you're a lot more important than when you're in the front, because you're helping protect everyone more.
Don't patronize me.
Okay. And
No, it is also in a rude era.
then she's gonna walk quietly.
Oh,
the
God.
rest of the way.
Are these kids hitting puberty now? What the fuck?
Penny is a fully grown
Technically,
adult.
we've both been through puberty, I think.
We just have very sheltered experiences.
Yeah, we're both.
Your whole
technically of
your
age.
whole world was so innocent at some point, and then it just kind of got
we
Penny
rough.
also just didn't
death.
have a childhood for most of it.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened. She just had really bad anxiety.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you crest over a massive dune, and as you do, you see a ship sort of partially buried in the sands, and sticking up around the ship are these pieces, these colored, they seem like colored gems at a moment, and you all at once the bright light reflects off these prisms. And I need everyone in the party to make a wisdom saving throw.
Also, Leo, I just
Oh.
realized I don't have my incense anywhere in my inventory or bag of holding.
He says he
Fuck.
knows.
That's
And I
Very.
Everyone in
have-
the party must make a wisdom saving. Where the freak are my dice?
What the freak?
Blake, what do you do with my dice?
Oops.
I feel like we're all just not
I
doing
need those.
great.
Mm-mm.
I gotta stop rolling this big one for important things.
Oh, there they are.
Wisdom
I'm
saving
not
Yes.
feeling very wise today.
Oh, that's
Alright.
better. That's better.
Ugh,
Okay, what is the roll?
What's about to happen to my
a
party
little more
around me?
wise than
John was gonna turn around
So,
and
let me
on the
tell you,
ground.
You're like,
you know
I
what?
took the lead so that they'd be safe.
Allow me to tell you what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Alright, guys, we see the ship. Are you ready? He turns
Oh,
around.
no.
Fucking
So
Family
you
Guy death
you all crest the dune, and as you sort of like you all like make note of it, bright light reflects off the prisms that sort of jut around or into the ship. And Pal, as you descend to walk towards the ship, just completely unfazed, you take like 2 steps and then immediately recognize, like nobody's following you. For everyone else,
Damn it.
you are feared by this ship.
This
You
ship
cannot,
is
so you
fearsome.
cannot, so you cannot move towards it, and you have disadvantage on attacks and ability checks while in line of sight of it.
Check what
Wait.
spells
I'm
I took with
I'm
me.
a mouse folk. I have advantage on this.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Let me double check. Rodent bravery.
belie-
You have advantage of
Yes.
saving throws against being frightened.
Yes, you do. Because mouse will gotta be brave in this dangerous world.
That is much better. That's a 19.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so-
I need
so-
someone to help
Oh,
problem
thank
solve
God.
this.
Okay, so Pal begins to descend, and like Penny, like for a moment, like you see everyone else stop when like the light reflects off the prisms, and then you just sort of like you duck your head to shield yourself from the light, and then you're like, damn, that was bright, and then you continue walking. But then you realize you end up brushing past some people, and you realize that they're just like frozen in fear.
I'm gonna knock on Sam's like hull, I guess, for lack of a better
okay.
term. Be like, Sam,
Yes.
you good there, buddy?
Okay,
I'm
for
afraid.
Sam, Gris, and Noda, that boat is dangerous.
That boat
You
is
ain't- you should-
dangerous.
You should
I
not go
mentioned
anywhere.
that I hate
We
boats.
should not
Yeah.
go.
You anywhere near it. Don't go
Water
towards
makes
it.
Hey, Chris, I guess you've never been on a. What's? Are you guys okay?
No,
I have never
I gotta
been on
I
a
go.
don't like that thing.
That is a
Sam,
lie.
we got
I'm
here on a
not
boat.
scared of a
That
lot.
boat, not that boat.
This boat is just.
I've never been on the seas on that
At
boat.
this point, do Penny or I realize something is horribly wrong? With
Uh,
this?
You have high enough wisdoms that your passive insight and Penny your passive intelligence, you're able to put together something happened. Something magical,
Stop
probably.
pressing forward, obviously.
I wrap
Yeah.
my tail around my body so that it like shields as much of my body as it can and also covers my eyes.
I
Yeah.
gotta get in there too.
I'm gonna-
Sti-
we gotta-
stinky
here,
blindfold.
Sam has entered full box mode.
Here,
You
well,
see a cardboard box on the ground.
Penny is going to reach into the bag of holding and pull out John.
Okay.
Wait, like
Yeah.
hair by John, like the barber
Oh
John.
no, not that
Rattle me
John.
balls.
God
That
damn
was so-
it.
I could hear the disgust in that voice. Oh my
All right.
god.
John is here.
John is
He
here.
goes,
Let's go.
yeah.
You know, I mentioned I
Yeah.
had a picture for that, but I like that picture so much I might.
I
keep it.
fucking love that picture.
And then I'm going to have
Yeah.
Bert, fly back down. Do I need to make a saving throw for Bert?
What's a mix between Jake
Let me
and
check real quick.
Jaundice? Jaundice?
Let me
'Cause
check.
It's an undead owl.
Um,
I know skeletons can't be frightened. I'm pretty sure.
Bert can be frightened, so I do need a wisdom saving throw from Bert.
Yeah,
No,
I
Bert's gonna
mean,
hit the ground like
they
a
got
Oh.
no backbone.
He can't be. Okay, I need.
Shut up.
Do you need
They
a?
got no guts.
So I just pulled John out of the bag, and now he's in
Yeah.
proximity. Does he also need a saving throw? They're not immune.
Okay, yes, he also needs to make one.
Okay, don't worry. You said wisdom.
and he's just making more patience for us to deal with.
Well, I'll tell you right now, John's probably going back in the bag. Oh no! Shit, he's so good. That's a 15.
Yeah, he saves. He's kind of oblivious. It has to do with like it's something to do with like his -2 intelligence that just like he can't register the threat. So he's just kind of like standing there at the ready with a salute, just going yeah.
Modest proposal. You put us in the bag. We're all very portable creatures. You put us in the bag of holding, and you get onto the boat. And once we're on the boat, you
cannot stick your head out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, you pull
You're
us
either in or you're out.
You pull us out of the bag of holding, and now that we're on the boat, we can't move. Wait, how's that work?
Yeah, I don't think. We'll come up with a different.
And then Bert the owl rolled a 14.
Yeah. 14. Bert also saves. Bert is kind of just nonplussed by it. He's just kind of like,
well, if you guys are too scared to go in there, I could send Bert and John.
Definitely send them to check. And
no, it's too dangerous. Bert and John aren't gonna come back.
But I can always bring them back.
All right,
that's okay.
This is an enticing proposition.
I mean, I don't care about John, but what about Bert?
What do you mean you don't care? John is my... I like John.
Illusion.
Yeah.
John's my best friend now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the secret handshake that I telepathically communicate to John.
No, I'm so jealous.
He's going to have. I'm going to have John make a sleight of hand check. See if he can keep it together. So let me reveal that. He cannot. You just end up like just slap. No, what happens is you just end up like slapping his bony hand around and it just kind of shakes wildly on like the wrist joint and it just kind of just goes. So like one of those door stoppers.
See, me and John are tight. John will be okay.
He goes,
I rolled a 19, or wait, no, I rolled a 24, yeah, 25 on insight, so I'm like, that's not a real handshake.
No, it is not.
No, it is not. Like, okay, her position as one of Penny's better friends is still untouched. It's fine.
You were getting jealous of a skeleton?
Yes!
Leo, but I would like to roll.
Yes.
Like, as a character, just like start rolling on the ground.
Okay. All right. If you're rolling down the dune, I need an acrobat. I need an. No, you said it. I need an acrobatics check. I need an acro.
Away from the boat, right?
Yeah.
He can only roll away from the boat.
Right.
Correct.
Acrobatics check. All right, let's do this.
Yes.
Sam fucking tripped and
I can't get back up. My body's my worst enemy. Alright, wait, where's my character? He's invisible.
If you go into the actors tab.
Actors tab.
The what tab?
So in like there's the chat, there's combat encounters, the third one over, actors.
Actors, search actors, Sam.
You just click on players, the player folder. You should only be able to see your. Okay, acrobatics check. Oh, thank God it's dex and not strength. Because I rolled an 11, baby.
All right.
That's above average by a factor of 1.
Okay.
That's 2.
Sam.
Okay. No. Sam, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh fuck.
As you fall down the hill, and also, although you don't have line of sight of the boat, you are aware of its general position. You know it doesn't move, so you are now at the bottom of the dune, roughly like 30 feet away from everyone else, and you cannot move towards them.
That boat right there, pretty scary. Guys, I'm gonna defend this sector right here, just to make sure that no baddies get like the better of us on this flank of ours.
Are you sure? Sam?
I feel like this whole area right here, this sector, like it's covered, like it's good. It's all taken care of. You don't need to worry about it. Don't worry, I got you. He is quivering, like his little robo legs are quivering.
Penny, can you guys check out the boat?
Yeah, I need someone to hold on to me though.
Okay, I'll hold on to Penny.
Okay.
You're gonna leave us here alone in the presence of this boat?
Penny has gone blind and deaf and is now seeing through Bert.
Oh, okay.
Defend Sam's sector. I don't know.
And then Penny's going to say out loud to John, just walk in the direction that Bert points out, and if he hoots twice, you're gonna walk back to us. Okay, John?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Bert is gonna take one. I'm gonna telepathically communicate to Bert to point one wing towards the boat,
All right.
and Bert is just gonna ride on top of John's shoulder.
Okay. Let me pull up a map.
Let's go.
It takes a bit. It takes a bit of while. You're still like.
I don't own a token with any vision in this scene.
Let me give
I
Bert
have been
token.
silenced and blinded.
Yeah, you guys can't see. I have to enable
Me too.
vision for Bert.
There it is.
All right. Yeah. So this is all you see currently. You see a bunch of as you get closer. Which, by the way, the boat is still like 120 to like 160 feet away from you, like all the way down these dunes. But you're able to see as Bert and John are able to like just sort of make the way down the dunes. John will occasionally stumble, but he won't say any expletives. He just kind of goes, "Yeah," and then picks himself back up, and then continues trudging down the dunes.
My strongest soldier.
But yeah, you make your way there.
Alright.
You're free to control your tokens however you please, Penny.
I'm gonna have John walk up close to the ship, and then
Alright.
Bert is going to drop his wing, so John stops walking.
Okay.
And then Bert's gonna
like
fly
sign
up and
language.
fly around a bit and do a perception check on the area.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check with Bert.
Oh no, Bert, come on! Wait, I have advantage. Bert, 5 twice, so 6 total. Wait, no, hold on. Perception's probably higher.
Plus 3 to perception.
Okay, so 8.
8. It's kind of hard to tell. The ship is you can see like the above deck area of the ship is pretty barren. It's covered. It's got like plenty of sand, like little piles built up around the edges. There is a sort of like doorway that's into like the main hall that's on the side. That's the only bit that's like vaguely peeking up above the sand. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see through. There's a couple of cracks, like cracks in the wood and cracks in the hull here or there, but it's not enough to like easily see through or even squeeze through.
And I'm just gonna say out loud and Bert's gonna return to John's shoulder.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say out loud to who I assume is still holding me, which is Pal. And be like, well, I can't see anything through Bert. He didn't really get that good of a look, though. I mean, it looks safe, at least for us to walk up to it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come out of Bert's vision, and I'm gonna command Bert to hoot twice, which would cause John to return to us.
All right. You're gonna see him just go, yeah, and then his whole body's gonna turn around before his head catches up and rotates with it, and then we'll come back.
Bert's does the same thing because he's an owl.
And yeah, I'll bring you guys back to the region map. You'll see sort of John just kind of struggle and stumble his way up the dunes.
I mean, what's so scary about it?
It's not
you
a-
guys?
Natural effect.
I just get that vibe. It doesn't want me. I don't want it. It's bad, you know.
I have an idea. Sam's still at the bottom of the dune, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This sector clear. By the way, it's all good. Don't worry about this. This is covered. It's good.
Chris, is it all right if I hit you?
Why? Where?
Just
You're not gonna take me on
just
the boat,
once.
are you?
Sam is
No.
also concerned. Or Pal's also concerned. He's like, what? Why are we?
Well,
Where do you
Sa-
see me?
we might just need to snap him out of it. So
Is that how?
We're just gonna watch
This-
Penny sucker punch Chris.
Last time someone hit me in the head, which I
I don't
assumed
have lesser
I got
restoration.
a big headache, and I didn't like that.
So Penny, if we're not on a strict time for this, if we go back, call this our scouting for the day, and we come back tomorrow, I can prevent everyone from being feared.
Oh.
I can't do it right now. I need to.
I also have protection from evil and good. So if we come back and I'm aware that there's a fear effect happening, I can cast that before.
It'll only.
It's only for one person, but
It's only for one
Yeah, and
person.
it'll-
It has to have a if it's one from the specific sources.
Yeah,
we don't know
it
what
might
the
not be
specific
from one of those
source.
sources. I can get calm
well,
emotions.
no, but it's like the target can't be frightened.
No, it can't be frightened from specific types of.
I could be wrong.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
JK.
Okay.
Which this might be, but we just don't know yet.
It could,
Yeah,
it could,
never mind.
but it's not.
Yeah, frightened drunk were first by them.
So if we head back for today, and then we head back out tomorrow, we can approach this as a group. Because I agree, I don't see anything concerning down there. But if we are misevaluating this, it could go really badly. And only the two of us would be able to do anything about it.
I guess that's fair.
Nah, I think you guys should just go down there and like check out the boat. That's great.
Catch all that, Sam?
Sam,
Like,
I'd like to
you're
report to
down
you, with your passive perception, you have not detected any boats in your sector.
No boats.
He's
This
fucking
is
killing it.
interesting.
And he's gonna turn
No
to.
boats yet, alright? This sector is still dangerous. I just have a premonition about this area. It's covered. Don't even need to worry about it,
Like, we
right?
can't do anything when Sam's like that.
Well, if we're going back, I need you to do something for me, pal.
I'm
Can you hold this bag of holding above your head? Don't put the opening upwards.
not even gonna
Just hold
question. I'm gonna take the bag of holding and I will hold it above my head.
And then John is gonna slam dunk. John is gonna slam dunk Bert into the bag, and then also swing himself into it.
So he does this. So he goes up and just goes. You just hear him. It sounds like he's going raw, but instead he goes Nyah! And he just slams an owl into the bag, and he's sort of like hanging off of Pal's metallic frame before pulling himself up and just leaning full on head in to the bag and just falling straight down into it.
Why did that
Sorry,
happen?
I don't know. He told me about it
What
earlier.
do you mean-
I'm imagining him like running around like breaking someone's ankles and like
Yeah. Yeah, he got.
Where's the
Move
Venom
and
dunking on
then-
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. A Venom dunking on Spider-Man.
I'll post the picture.
he got crossed up. Yes. But yeah, Bert will disappear.
This picture.
He's
this
dead.
is what John does.
oh my god. Why is he so buff?
Because it's Venom.
It's Venom.
No, but I'm imagining John as like a really bulked up skeleton, but it's just
Yeah.
really thick.
Wow.
Ah.
But yeah, you guys gonna walk the hour trip back?
Yeah, I
yeah.
think so. I don't. Pal does not feel comfortable having the group attempt this.
Okay.
With only two of
Do
them.
we like feel any like the fear wear off once we're a certain distance away from the boat?
Is
it like
What-
with the vicinity, or is it like just a general effect that's just a short period of time?
The fear of that boat specifically persists as you walk away from it.
Still thinking
You're
about that.
you're
boat.
yeah, you're just like that boat's dangerous. I gotta stay away from
God,
there.
I hate water. Because you need a boat
Boat's
to be on
dangerous.
water.
Gotta stay away
know.
from it.
And
never
boats are
see
so
boats
fucking
that aren't in
scary.
water.
They're so
Boats are
freaking
No.
scary.
I always thought boats were kind of cool.
Do they just have a general fear of boats now?
No, just that boat in specific. But if they want to pivot that
it's
into a
gonna-
fear of boats in general, then you're free
I
to
don't
do
like
so.
water.
The trauma spread. It's not just that boat.
All right, if you're like it's supposed to just be that boat in particular, but if you want to
Like, to be
generalize your
clear, you
trauma,
are doing this.
Well,
yeah, yeah,
I hope
no,
we'll get better by the morning, so that we just, because we do have to cross in a boat eventually.
I hope I do too, because I used to really like boats, and now they just suck.
No.
Yeah, I came here on a boat.
Everyone else is trying
And
to
now
make it
I
out like they've
do.
always been scared of boats, but Gris is distinctly aware that
Yeah, he's like, Gris is just like hands on her hip, just like looking around, like, you know, this is a weird pivot for my character. It's like,
Oh, well, I must have been afraid of boats the whole time.
Swashbuckler is scared of boats.
I used to like boats. That's crazy. Well,
What's going on here?
yeah. All right, so you guys begin the hour trip back. Because it happened quite recently, we can continue with Pal's survival check as he just kind of shepherds everyone back to Delphine.
Do you want to be in front of me, Noda?
Yeah, I'm already like high knees.
Yeah, no.
Tailing it out of there.
Yeah,
getting away from the boat.
Yeah,
Those
like,
that
my
are feared are
speed
getting away
increased
from
for
them.
moving away from that boat.
Yeah. You guys make it back to Delphine. Just sort of entering back through the west entrance.
But when I guess the brightness doesn't matter, but around what time of day is it? Pal can take his long rest any time because he doesn't actually go to sleep.
It is
but I
like
don't wanna
roughly around like
inconvenience the party.
it's around like 2 or 3 now.
All right, so we gotta find a way to kill time. But
You can just sort of like waste time at an inn and be like, okay, then we go to sleep. But like, if you want to do something, now's the perfect
well,
time.
I
You
definitely
guys,
wanna
going to
report-
spend.
I want to report over and let.
I'm going to spend the rest of the day looking for a pile of bones.
okay. That's kind of hard to do in a city, but we'll see how that works out.
Like, if
Pal's
there's a butcher that's just throwing out all their bones, if there's a fish market with a
bones.
lot of eaten fish.
So Pal is going to make his way towards the Drunk Dolphin where they left Typhon and report his
wanna-
findings.
I also gotta check in with that one lady so she doesn't call the
I was
guards.
about to say, like, I was not going to say anything because I wanted to see what happened if we didn't tell them that we came back.
Technically,
and they would
if
just
we
send
did
a
it early tomorrow, we could make it back in time because I told her to give us a full day. But
So
it's not worth fucking
it's
with.
on the way there. So you enter
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
do that one
building,
first.
and
Yeah.
she's still there. She's come back. She's like her appearance is slightly different. It's like she came back from her lunch break, and she's like sitting up to like work the rest of the day. And she goes, "Oh, hello, back already.
yeah,
Not,
it's just
it
been
wasn't too bad then."
It was terrible.
minor change of plans. I guess you should know this too, just for information. purposes.
Yes, of course.
That boat out there, we're not clear on the details yet. We're gonna check it out again tomorrow, but it's scaring people, like unnaturally. Not like it's a scary sight. It's completely normal boat wreckage, but people.
Sure.
Well, it could be haunted. We don't know.
She's
be
got like
haunted.
she's got like sort of like an amused look, like,
there's nothing
oh,
scary about the boat.
I see. Oh, are you sure about that? People get spooked very easily.
This is a magical fear.
Scary. I like slam my paws on like the counter. I'm like,
she's like waving her hands like just trying to like call you down. It's like, okay, maybe the boat is really scary.
I'd like to reiterate that these three, and I'm gonna gesture at Sam, Gris, and Noda, have fought a light elemental that split the skies and then brought darkness back on the world. And they would not approach that boat.
I'm
That
like
boat, it just-
scrambling.
That does seem in line with
Like-
Sam, but with Gris and Noda, that does seem kind of out of character.
I don't like boats.
Oh no!
You came here on a boat. We traveled.
And I didn't like it.
He was just so quiet about it until now.
I've never liked boats. That's my character. That's my character.
That's just retcon.
I've never liked boats.
He has the power to make things always have been other things.
The point being,
It was me, Barry.
it's certainly a dangerous
I was doing it all
situation.
along.
We're just not sure to what extent yet because we couldn't actually approach the wreckage. But
She's
make
like
sure that you knew.
she's taking it half seriously. Like, okay,
I'm like
Okay.
scrambling up the desk so I could like grab her by her shirt collar and be like, "You don't know what we've
I
seen."
mean, I pulled Noda off the desk because that's rude.
she's got like quickly adjust her. So it's like she'll like wave Pal away. She's like, it's fine. I
It
have
doesn't help
nieces.
that it's a bunch
I
of
have
kids.
nieces and nephews. I have nieces and nephews. I get all.
Patronize me. I'm
Like,
mature.
Feel free to patronize her. Anyway,
I'm just taking the air because you're seriously
Yeah.
me up.
He's Pal is like holding you from the scruff like you would like a cat. Basically, you're like your legs like hurling up toward your knees like hurling
Struggling
up
very
towards your chest kind of, and your hands are just kind of like laying there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you knew that we were.
It's like, okay, I'll hold back my notice from the approaching the dastardly boat.
I'm glaring at her.
She's having a pretty good time. This is like the most like interesting stuff that's happened.
She takes it seriously. We're
Yeah.
gonna go investigate tomorrow anyway. He doesn't care.
He's like, she's just kind of shrugging it off though, like just shaking her head, just like, man, children's imagination sure is something.
It's okay, Noda. It's okay. This guy's gonna rub her back and then walk out.
Head out to the.
All right.
Back to time.
Well, if you don't
All
mind, pal, I'm gonna split. I want if we're spending another day here, I kind of want to run an errand.
By all means, this is the only thing I have left
Yeah.
that I can think of to do.
Okay.
So.
When you
Aaron is scrambling through the trash to find.
yeah,
the
so
ball.
so I will say, like, as you guys come back into town and you like you're reporting stuff, you guys will essentially have a day's worth of downtime if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Bert out of the bag and then have him also search with me.
Okay. I'll have him do the help action for you as you do like an investigation check in the docks area.
Hmm. I'll have him being like looking in areas where it doesn't really make sense for Penny to go. But also,
Yeah.
the second people see a bone owl, he's gonna split.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage with Bert's assistance.
Oh shit! Investigation, you said?
Yes.
That is a 22.
Okay, with a 22, you sort of like you end up like rummaging around, and you're able to like, because you're in the main city. This is like one of the few places that actually has like butchers, meat, and like has like enough commerce that it produces waste, and so you're able to actually put together enough with like a while like doing this investigation over here at the docks. You're able to put together like enough bones to make another skeleton.
Let's go! Okay. And then as soon as I get that, Penny is going to try and find
now-
a quiet space to do this.
I'm going to reiterate that this skeleton has zero chance of being anything remotely humanoid.
No, yeah, that's what I'm expecting that.
I thought you were gonna say that's what I'm
Banking
hoping
on.
for.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
like,
I'm like, okay,
Listen, I just want to make some fucked up little guys. I will also I will go to a blacksmith and purchase a short sword and a short bow as well.
Sure. Let me pull up the pricing anyway.
Because I have the gold for it. Also, yeah, I
Okay.
don't know where my incense went. I don't remember how much I had.
Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure you got $100 golds worth of.
Yeah, and that should have been in the bag of holding, but it isn't.
There might have been trouble transferring that. Wait, no. Last time you were in town, you didn't buy incense. You bought inks and whatnot for your
Yeah, but I think I
spells.
still had some incense left over because I was able to finally
No.
throw it in the bag of holding.
Now you wait. Did you? There's a picture of the old bag of holding.
Yeah, block of
Somewhere.
incense. I had 30 incense.
Okay, let me put that in the bag of holding then.
I'm assuming. So I'm assuming what that means is I had 30 golds worth of incense.
Yeah.
So it should be 20 because I just used it today to resummon Bert.
Okay.
Ty, are you in a game of ARAM?
Perchance. I'm still very.
Hi.
Hi.
I was called by a friend because I promised games, but I forgot about D&D today, and I wanted to do both. I'm sorry. I can get out.
It's alright, just finish that one up. It's gonna be some downtime anyways. Unless it's not one of those ARAMs where you just fucking rip through it, then maybe do leave.
I would
We
also
are
like
ripping
at
through
some
them.
point to buy some more arrows, since I think it was Penny I gave a lot to.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I do
borrowed
wanna-
quite a
I'm
bit.
gonna need buy arrows as well. Fuck, I forgot.
All right.
I still have 13, but I would like to have at least 20.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so for a short sword, that'll be. Short sword will be 10 gold pieces.
10 gold? Okay, so I'll buy a short sword. So that puts me at 370. I'll update my gold. 375.
Okay.
And you can just put these in my inventory.
Okay. Here's a short sword for you.
And then a short bow.
All right.
Why did my gold not update? Huh? It should be 375. Oh, god damn it.
You have 375 gold?
Yes.
Where did you get all this money from?
Selling a lot of the stuff that was in the bag of holding that we would never use, like scrap materials and stuff
All right.
for crafting.
A short bow will cost 25 gold pieces.
Damn, what the fuck?
Did
Yeah.
you not
Okay.
split it? Did that just go to you?
Because most of it, yes.
I love how you
Because
guys
it
are
was
cornering
also-
Penny
I
and
also
not
had to
Pal here.
barter. I also had to barter to get that much. And it was mostly just like scrap stuff.
Okay. I'm just like, why
The
are
rest
they
of the-
really
the rest
getting
of
money to buy stuff?
The rest of the
I
gold
want
Pal
money.
has.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you guys are cornering
Pal
Penny.
has
Like,
gold
where you
for
get all
group
this money?
expenses. This isn't possible.
No, I knew that Pal had money, so
Decided.
I knew that Pal had like most of our
Listen,
money. So I was
being
just
a
like, where
wizard's
did Penny
expensive.
get this money?
Being a wizard is expensive.
All right, and
I
also
know.
for arrows for both Gris and Penny, you can buy them in bundles of 20, and they cost a gold each.
I will buy
Um,
one bundle.
All right,
I will buy.
subtract 1 gold, so you're down to 45 gold, Gris. Congratulations.
Two bundles, one for John and one for
And
Jacob.
then, where are you?
I want to get into potion making, but I don't have the funds for it.
You can
Uh,
ask.
Quick
and then
question.
you
I
have
didn't know you
33
had all that
arrows now.
money.
348. And then I guess we could
you-
just spawn John twice.
No, I have a separate token for that. It's the same picture, mind you, but it's
Okay,
just
I will get another image for it.
yeah.
then
What's the
later.
what's the name of this one?
No, this is Jacob.
All right, this is Jacob. Perfect. Let me.
It'd be really funny if I summoned Schmidt next instead of Jacob.
All right.
Keep you guys on your toes.
You said you're finding a secluded alleyway to do this.
Either secluded alleyway, or if we do end up getting an in room, I would do it in the in room.
An in room for
the bones into the bag of holding.
an in room for the night in a busy city like this. I'll run the party 5 gold pieces.
I'll cover.
All right. All right. Pull out you make your way back to the end room. You see an excited Penny sort of run up. By the way, Pal, how are you reporting what the going-ons to Typhon?
Well, I'm just gonna kind of walk in and I hope he doesn't see what she's going.
He's looking like he's like, oh, you're back already. Are the planks outside or
Temper some expectations real quick. Sorry, but we're gonna go back out tomorrow. Currently, when we showed up to it, we got a bit of a hint as to why people aren't talking to you about it. 3 of our party members, who I'd like to emphasize, the old lady made fun of us, which I get it's fairly understandable. Experienced, they've fought a lot of things, seen several people die, refused to approach the boat out of fear. I don't think it's a natural fear. The boat didn't appear like. Personally, it just looked like a boat.
He's like, are you
there's
sure
some
the
sort
boat's not scary? Are you sure the boat's not scary?
I am fairly certain it is a completely normal-looking boat. I have seen a very limited number of boats, but there was nothing particularly menacing about this one.
Well, here's the thing, pal. It wasn't just the boat; it's a ship.
Fuck.
No, so I will not go.
But yeah.
So
Turn those lights off.
really not.
Carry me home.
I fully believe it's something either paranormal, magical, whatever it may be. We're gonna check it out tomorrow. We're just gearing up to make sure we're properly prepared. But yeah, so that's probably why people haven't been coming back and refusing to give it details. That they wouldn't even take a step towards it. It was bizarre.
He's like, okay. So I'll get my planks tomorrow then, I guess. He kind of just shrugs.
That's the
This is all kind of like over his head now. You're making it seem like it's a very big like event, and he's just like, I'm just sending people out to go harvest some wood. And he's like, it's fine if you need to take it. He's like, it's fine if you need to take a day. He'll just shrug and be like, I'm not going anywhere. I'd like to go somewhere soon, but
yeah. Well,
okay.
Hopefully, we'll get them to you sometime tomorrow. All right, and just standard adventurer's fare sort of situation. Assuming that we don't return at some point tomorrow, I would appreciate if you could put in word with the guards to just come and check that out, because
I mean, I have
sure
put in
it's
the
something normal. But
I have put in a word for guards to check out that boat. I think if you get somehow stuck in there, they're not going to come help you. Probably.
Maybe just don't mention the boat. And just
okay, but aren't they going to see it eventually? Then they'll know it's a boat.
Well, they'll know it's a boat, but maybe it won't be the same guards. I don't know, man. I just don't want to die in a boat in the desert.
He's like,
That seems like a horrible way to die, in a boat in a desert.
he's like, maybe that's why the boat's so scary. Poses a potential threat of death.
I don't know. It's beyond me, but
He's kind of like scratching his chin now, just thinking like, is the boat scary because it's like a death trap? So he's kind of just wondering. You guys will get a room in the meantime that Penny's paid for. You see Penny just kind of walk in with like a beaming look, like almost like skipping.
Penny's actually gonna sprint in and like close the door with her back and just slam it, like holding the bag of holding, and she's like, "I got some."
So you see Penny sprint into the end and be like, just demand a room, slam the money down on the bar, and then just like scurry up the stairs to her room, basically.
Yeah, Noda doesn't really have much to do, so she's just playing with her potions kit, but because she doesn't have money to make a potion, she just got a fistful of berries and some mud and is just sort of mashing it around in there.
No. And if
like,
anyone...
I'm just practicing. People don't seem to like pulp, so I'm working on it.
Working on my pulp extractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Penny, you make it to your room. You can easily just just sort of rake all the bones out of the bag of holding and just have them spill onto the floor.
I would like to imagine that, like, shape-wise, like I managed to find like a pig's rib cage, and that's the only thing that looks normal about the bones that I have found. Yeah, so like as I pull the bones out, I guess I can just kind of ad-lib what comes out. There is the bottom of what looks like a small whale's jaw, a lot of just like bones, like when you think of bone, just that bone from like either like a chicken or like some other like game type animal. There's a lot of fish bones, as well as for the head is like what would the head be? I like to imagine the head would be probably something from like a horse. Head. But it's like shattered on one side, so it's pretty open.
All right.
Penny's gonna basically dump all of that onto the floor, and I don't know if anyone's sharing a room with Penny.
If it done the same setup.
I imagine we're all just hanging out there.
I imagine when you come upstairs, you see me sitting with a pile of a lot of dirty, some still wet, from like meat being removed from them or pulling them out of the garbage. extremely disgusting smelling bones, while also on the other in like a circle in the middle, while John sits on the other side in a very like Buddhist monk pose.
Yeah.
And Bert is also sitting in his lap. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna need to use the room for a bit. Is that okay?
Those with the sense of smell. This room smells rank now.
Yo, that's what do you, okay.
It'll be real quick.
Oh yeah, I'll just be yeah. No, okay, yeah, I'll be here. Oh yeah, just come get me when you're. I'm gonna go downstairs. No, it's cool. It's.
You're not okay?
This is a lot. The smell is.
Oh.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Well, it'll only smell a bit, and then once I do it, it'll be no smell. That's not
Okay.
how this works, by the way.
That's not how that
While you're
works.
telling
Yeah.
you. And then Penny is going to cast Animate Dead on this pile of bones.
All right. Whoever's remaining in the room watching Penny do her work. All right. Those who remain in will see like these bones sort of like be filled with necrotic energy. And you're gonna just hear in your minds a cacophony of slaughter and death, basically. And then you're gonna hear things just sort of like the sound of bones breaking as bits snap together to create this inhuman structure. It's kind of quadruped, but it's sort of like
I drew what I imagined it would look like.
It very much walks like a gorilla. Where,
Yes.
like it can walk on its back legs, but most of the time it uses its front legs.
It's a bit top heavy. It's a bit top heavy, and in addition to John, you have Jacob.
I'll get pictures to differentiate them. But
Listen, I drew Jacob.
True. I might use.
I can use that. Let me pull it. Let me download it.
If you want to edit John or Jacob's token, so I can see, like, I can hover over John and see his name and his health. I can't do that with Jacob.
Yeah, sure. Oh, hold on a second. I'm saving the picture.
Either of them, so it's just two of them.
Just
Looking
two of them.
menacingly.
I imagine there's no easy way for people to tell them apart other than appearance, so I will not
That's true.
change that. I don't think.
Don't tell me they sound exactly the same.
Yes, they make the same noises, but Jacob's is like 3 octaves deeper.
So you hear "nya" and "nah."
I'm trying to get a choir going.
So you got your tenor and your bass.
And then I'd be like, okay, so, well, Gris is in here watching, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you watch that whole thing?
And as he sort of stands up and just kind of like uses his really long arms to like right his head the right way.
Oh, man.
And then Penny's gonna be, and this is Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. I do a hesitant wave.
Jacob is going to stick his extremely long arm out towards you. It's like 5 bones in a row with a mashup of chicken and fish bones that build the hand. Oh, he's contained.
When I like,
hold on a second.
Is that what he's trying to do?
He's pulling
Hold
out
on a
his hand to shake
second.
it. And if you
Hold on
shake
a
it,
second.
or do you shake his hand?
I was going to like reach out and grab it for a handshake, but then like turn his hand
There
over
you
and
go.
examine it.
There you go. Now there is
wow.
Jacob.
And so when you grab his hand, there is a audible squish as a lot of viscera that was still on the bones. leaks out.
No.
And then if you shake it, it like a jump rope just goes like in waves up his whole arm.
No. Yeah. No.
No, I don't shake it. After it squishes, I let go.
All right,
Nice to meet you.
No.
Jacob. These are yours, and Penny is going to hand him a short sword, a short bow, and 20 arrows.
He grabs it and just like gingerly will just like grab it and like stuff it into like his rib cage, and they'll just sort of rattle around in there.
Yep. And then I'm going to hand
the arrows. He kind of makes like an arrow rack out of his ribs and just like sets like a few of them on each in between each rib.
And then I'm going to hand the other 20 arrows to John.
Yeah. He's happy that he gets a gift too.
You don't have a favorite child.
I do, and it's kind of Jacob right now.
Oh. All right. Are you handling the moving of stuff, or do I need to?
I can do that because I have it in my inventory, right? And these are just players.
Yes.
Okay, then I can do that while we do something. People do other things.
All right. What is everyone else doing now that that disturbing display has been done? Which, by the way, Gris, after seeing, hearing, and feeling like the death of so many creatures and just like the squishing and smashing, this is all compares nothing to the boat.
I'm still thinking about that boat. Wiping the goo that like.
Still thinking about the area I need to cover around that boat, so no other boats like that can get into that area.
Yeah.
Which one?
Jacob is
the one that squished on me. Yeah, I'm like wiping the like goo that squished on my hand, like just out of my leg, so still on me, but it's on my hand. And the whole time I'm just thinking about that boat.
Yeah. Gris has 1,000-yard stare, just seeing that boat.
Boat stare.
1,000 boat stare.
Covered in mystery goo, but I'm still thinking about that horrible boat.
Good about that.
Imagine what kind of goo could be on a boat like that.
Ugh.
Yeah, that dog knows what's up.
That dog's seen things. Not the boat, but things.
True. Speak your truth, dog. I believe in you. But yeah. Anyone else doing anything for the day, or are you guys just sort of chilling in the inn?
I want to try to exercise because I haven't done that in a while, and
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Right. And
How are you exercising? I should ask.
You walk past. I'm still standing outside the room.
I hit up
I
the
probably do walk
library.
past you because I was gonna start out by like doing laps around. I don't know if there's a cluster of buildings. I can't see if there's like an alleyway around this building, but do laps around that anyway. Strength check. And then I was gonna do push-ups because I don't think I have any heavy equipment. Fuck. Well, I got a 3.
Okay. Check this and check this. Okay. With a 3, you try to like it's like when you go to the gym and it's like just not your day for the gym because you're just in your mind you just see that boat.
That boat's just messing me up.
It's taking you out of the groove.
But yeah. Unfortunately, that
for the boat.
you're a bit restricted there, and you're just not able to get like into a good rhythm, work up a good sweat. You're just sort of like just thinking about that boat.
Get about that boat. I keep imagining just the fucking Flying Dutchman's ship is.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
Which is nothing like. It's just like a mundane brown boat that's like covered in sand.
This is
That's
what
basically
I see.
the same thing.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else you like to do, you guys can take a rest for the night. I guess you can just like
Ow.
all this back and
Penny-
forth. I
Penny
will.
would put all the Moan Boys in the bag. The smell definitely lingers, and there is there is a visible smear in the middle of the room.
Oh man.
Damn, if I had nostrils right now, that would be stinking. I think that smells bad, and I'm pointing at the thing.
Skeletons that stink good.
It stinks so good. I hate that.
Yeah, and then Penny would put them away and be like, "Okay, I honestly wasn't expecting to find enough to make Jacob, but I'm making progress."
Right.
Yeah, then Penny would go to sleep in the pile. I don't know if we're piling in this room or another room.
Yeah, I like peek my head back in. I'm like, is this the room
they're
we're
gone now.
staying in?
Oh, I mean,
Because what is it's? I'm like pinching my nose with one hand and I'm pointing at the spinning with the others because that's still there. So
oh, I
we-
can
do we
I was
have
gonna-
another room? Or are we all? I'm just saying the robots don't have noses. They can't.
Sure.
Look.
How would they know?
Are you sure about them?
You're
I'm
not
gonna
here.
minor illusion and nose. He's just gonna
It's
think
just
about
like
it. He's just
Patrick.
gonna think about making a nose on his face. He's gonna put
well,
a
I-
minor illusion of a nose
the
on his
smell
face.
isn't that bad to me. But if you guys want, we can get another room.
Stop.
The schnoz. Well,
Oh,
you killed Blake.
Or no, Leo's here. Blake's gone.
I'm still here.
The stink was
It-
just bad.
it's time for the. There it is. Welcome
So
Discord kept saying my mic was disabled and it wasn't, so it was really annoying me.
back.
all right. So, do you guys get another room, or do you?
Penny would pay for another room. Yes.
Noda, do you graciously accept
yeah,
Penny's?
for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Like, this one's kind of gross. I can deal
Penny's
with the
definitely
All
gonna
right.
drag. Penny's definitely gonna drag like one of the rugs in the room over the stage.
Yeah. That'll be another 5 gold from you, Penny. By the way.
Don't worry. I got this. If I could do math. There. Yeah.
Luckily, meals are included in these rooms, so you're all fine on that front. I don't think there's anything else needed for you all. Yeah. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to do before you rest for the day, we'll just say that you guys are sort of
Would like
meandering
to get to
around.
bed earlier if possible, like as early as possible, basically, so we can set out.
All right.
Fuck you.
No
stay
one
up
else?
Till midnight.
All right. Everyone will take a long rest then.
I'm going to rest. Can we take like a little quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
I can make a sandwich.
Yeah, we'll take a 5-minute break and be back in like 5 minutes.
My throat be hurting and I want to get some more
Oh,
water.
you've recovered -4 hit points.
Yes. I'll be right back, though. Mm-mm. I returned. Hello. Is anyone else here? Or is it just me?
It's me.
Hello there, Jackson. I come back with food. It is bacon wrapped chicken.
Mm.
Yummy, yummy.
Mm.
Indeed. We up 8 on these people. All ties.
Bleh.
Hey. Hmm. All right. You doing your solo run of Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah.
In this one, you're building a.
Wizard.
I don't know if I'm going to do, because right now I'm doing my solo run, the Dark Urge. I'm going to do 2 Dark Urge runs because Dark Urge is basically like more involved custom character.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm doing one where like I'm a good guy. I'm resisting the Dark Urge. I'm doing good guy stuff, and then I'm going to do an evil playthrough basically. And I'm just going to be like, I'm gonna be the hero of pay me. I'm going to be like, hey, I did that thing. Pay me now. Pay me. Pay me.
Yes.
And also die.
Pay me, then die. A true classic. I do think I'm going to play my barbarian monk build after all with my run with Blake because I just found out about the Tavern Brawler feat. That shit's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
They should make that the official D&D version of it, you know?
Honestly, it'd actually be interesting.
They gutted, by the way, they gutted Crossbow Expert. So funny.
Crossbow expert.
I
What
took
does it
like
say? I don't think there's a way for me to look at it.
It is you don't make crossbow attacks at melee range at disadvantage, and your piercing shot lasts twice as long.
Yay!
Yeah, basically. Like,
Great. Okay.
that's great.
Why? That's dumb.
I'm back.
Hello.
Question for you, Leo, since you seem to be much farther in the game.
Yes.
What happens when a player starts to hate you?
So I don't know that. I'm planning on finding that out. So there was one instance where I accidentally caused someone a character to hate me, leave the party, and like straight up attack me. I feel like that was a unique circumstance and shouldn't normally happen. But
Okay,
I plan on doing an evil run after my good guy run. I'm doing a good guy run with the Dark Urge. I'm like, I'm going to resist the Dark Urge. I'm going to be a good guy. And there's a lot of fun moments for you to either resist the Dark Urge or give into it. They put a lot of effort into that.
The Dark Urge one, because it's basically like custom, but you get story stuff.
Yeah, it's custom. It's a more involved custom character, and I recommend it. It's just generally better because custom. If it's just a custom character, you're kind of just like existing in this liminal space that known as Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
You also have unique dialogue lines with every party member about like the Dark Urge, and it's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what happens, but every time, like, it took, we were talking about it earlier, it took, like, me giving Gale 2 magic items for him to want to gargle my balls. Like, immediately.
Yeah, Gale's approval rating of me is quite high right now. Shadow Hearts is a little bit high. Asterion is slowly going into the red. He
Shadow
does
Hearts
not
is
like me.
crazy easy to get high because she just wants you to lie to people.
I haven't really been
If
lying to people.
anything
I've just
you
been
do
a
for
generally okay
anything
guy.
Yeah, but anything you do for deception or using words instead of fighting to get your way, Shadow Heart's approval goes up.
Yeah.
Also, petting the dog.
Oh yes, petting the dog.
So Shadowheart doesn't explicitly like
Does a
lying.
dog?
She likes manipulation. Shadowheart likes if you manipulate somebody into getting something that you want, basically.
Uh-huh.
Did I miss a dog?
There's a dog. You missed the dog?
It's not terribly hidden, so I felt okay saying it.
I need to go. I need to go back anyways because I actually skipped over a large portion of one of the areas, so it probably is
I
over in that
imagine
area.
that might be the dog area.
Anyway,
So it's
So
very
you're like partway through Act 2 then or something, Leo?
no.
yeah. I've started Act 2.
And I am. I crossed the underground lake.
Huh?
Okay.
If
I only did
gives
that in
any-
early access.
Okay, then I might be ahead of you guys.
I have not done anything with an underground.
What level are you, Cam?
I am level 5, and I have been for a bit.
Okay, yeah, so you are ahead of the playthrough with Jackson and I, behind my solo early access run, and very behind Leo.
So Cam, that area was rough for me because when I crossed that lake, I was level 4, and I didn't level up for quite
Yeah,
some
yeah,
time
okay.
after that.
So, okay, so Cam, you've crossed that lake. Lucy, are you gonna play the game?
Eventually, but I'm
Is that?
probably not
Well,
remembering
let me
anything.
ask. Is everyone back? Is everyone back
We can
yet?
talk about it
Yeah,
after.
we can talk about it afterwards. We can talk about it afterwards.
Alright,
Is everyone
yeah,
back
yeah.
or
Because everybody's
waiting
been
on?
telling me to play the game, so I'm like, I'll play it
back.
eventually.
It's super
I do wanna-
good.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear about
I
the
am-
game at all until the spam in Maine like yesterday. I
It's
don't know what
so-
it is.
Yeah, the
I am
fact that
practically
multiple
positive I know how
people-
you died in your first time, your like party web you talked about, Leo.
Hmm.
I think I
Great
know.
time.
I think I know what encounter you died at.
I see the type of person you are. I'm
I think
analyzing
so,
your
too.
brainwaves.
It was awful.
Is Ty back yet? Because I think he's the only one we're waiting on.
No, I saw
appear
him unmuted. I didn't
now.
realize he just never muted.
Appear now.
Meantime, I'm gonna keep eating my bacon wrapped chicken. Was it
Alright,
healthy?
no.
I probably not, but you know.
And just like normal
That's
D&D
good.
fashion, guidance is dumb.
This is so good.
Guidance is stupid good.
Yeah, but not as
I-
broken as Friends.
Friends is even
Not as
worse.
broken as friends.
So
Friends
I
is-
haven't
Friends should
I
not
have been
be that
using
good.
friends because I'm on the hardest difficulty, so I've not been
Yeah,
using
what
friends.
actually has a downside?
Is it is the hardest difficulty better balanced than Divinity? Because in Divinity, the hardest
Yes.
difficulty basically meant you have to use gimmicks and stuff to get through the.
No,
I'm like-
it's just more difficult. They make certain skills worse, certain skills better, and there's just
I might swap
Okay.
over to. I don't know. I've been getting through my encounters pretty easily, but Gale just keeps exploding. In the last fight, he got pushed off a cliff.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I'm sure you can't
Gale
relate.
Explodes. It gives a very different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
well,
you
no,
can't.
like,
are you saying
he
that the wizard in a D&D party dies really easily, Cam? I'm sure you
He's
can't
only
relate to
gone
that at
full-
all.
He's only gone full down once. He usually succeeds his death saves, and then is just like laying at the bottom wherever we fought, and we have to go back and scrape his body off the ground and be like, "Come on, buddy, we gotta get you going." But yeah, I think Ty's back now. Then Question
That
mark?
was.
That was Zach joining.
I think.
It was Zach.
Why
What?
the fuck did that body just explode?
Alright.
You can't make full bulk in this game. I've been thinking about it, but you can get pretty close.
No, you can get pretty close. You
If
can
you
get pretty
do-
close.
Yeah, if you do monk warlock, one level of monk and then warlock with like a wisdom, dex, charisma, then you can get pretty good.
Bulk?
Bulk was my D&D character that was systematically designed to be just a menace.
Blake, I do think I'm gonna multi-class into monk next level.
Hmm.
Because there's a feat that you can get called Tavern Brawler, where it's dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Tavern Brawler is really strong, and then there's just a ton of gear in the game that boosts your unarmed attacks.
Yep.
We're in the car wash. Ah!
Don't roll the window up.
The rinse cycle.
God, he's drowning. Just stop breathing. It's like
I saw Ty's mic light up. Oh,
Sandwich bid.
hi, welcome back. You just
All right.
Taking a bath.
Welcome
Was
to
it?
the car wash.
I think it's
Damn, girl, you frying chicken in there?
All right. We'll wait till Lucy's done frying chicken, and then we'll.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. Do your dishes, I guess.
That is the heaviest.
If I don't do it now, I'm gonna
I
have to do
ever
them
heard.
much later. I popped
Lucy,
this
you said
so-
you have protection from good and evil, right?
Yeah, I was gonna change my spells, but then I'm like, well, actually, most of these make sense for what.
I am gonna
character I
change my
play.
spells.
This is the first time I've actually had like a good reason to change my spells since
Yeah, it's pretty good.
setting them. I've just been
Yeah,
using the
all
same
my
spells the whole time.
Have just been designed for protecting other people, and I just haven't changed them yet.
Well, I haven't gotten many scrolls, so a lot of my I already have prepared pretty much every single one of my spells that I would ever need.
I have so much stock.
Stock time.
Yo, what's your net what's your net worth?
Value.
What's your net
Speaking
worth
of,
though?
My net worth is 2 tubs of soup in a glass jar.
Let's go!
Speaking of, I got a call from my fucking financial advisor today, and he was just like, "Hey, just calling just to let you know that we got some payouts." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "What do you want to do with that?" I'm like, I was
Isn't
in the
that
middle of
his-
work.
Isn't that his job to figure out what that you
Well-
should do?
Well, okay, it's his job to put it in the right places. It's my job to tell him what kind of places I want him to put it in. So basically, he won't do anything with the money without my express permission. So I have to meet with him and give him my express permission. So I have to make an appointment to go meet with him at some point. Which is fun.
Tatsuki
It was fun.
Rays! Tatsuki Rays! Bye! Bye, Chipley! Well, I'm sorry, I'm quoting that one skit by the actor for Gibby. That's hilarious.
Oh, sorry, what? We'll
Oh,
talk about it after everyone's here.
the actor who played Gibby has a YouTube channel. He has a bunch of skits and it's
It's
super funny.
so-
Right, I remember that.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. He's really
Fucking,
funny. Also, his brother on the show, actually his younger brother.
I
That's
think I do remember
honestly
them looking
surprising.
alike. Or maybe I don't. What is this little brother, Gubby? It's Gibby and Gubby, right?
I don't
It's Guppy.
Guppy.
I don't
some
know.
Fucking Risk Your Rain, gip, gup, gup, gip, kind of bullshit.
Their father's name was Gippy.
Is it actually?
No. Oh, God, I hope not.
You,
All right.
you know, spoken into the world, and that is true.
It's your boy.
Oh,
We're out of the
Anyway.
car
Oh,
wash.
are you out of the car wash, Lucy?
Let me go get a
Okay.
hair dryer or something to simulate the.
No, it's all right. You don't have to.
It's too much work.
All right. So you all wake up the next day, long rested. I reapplied aid for you, Ty.
I think
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and
AIDS.
cast the spell. Mage armor on you.
I can't wait for people to mod the fuck out of this game and get me Blade Song Wizard.
Down.
Oh yeah, mods are gonna go crazy. Anyway,
There's
Um,
like a certain range of the boat we have to be in for us to not physically want to move in that direction, or
So you guys wake up the next day. The bombs are dropping. Be prepared.
that's exactly it. Better watch out. That's the boat outside of waiting, actually.
The bombs are dropping. Get to the shelter. We're starting a Fallout campaign. But yeah, you guys wake up and you are no longer feared by the boat. However, the memory of the fear that you experienced is like very much fresh in your brains. You remember being deathly afraid of that boat, and
I'm
it seems
definitely afraid of
perfectly
that
reasonable.
boat.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So the fear is cleansed from them now, right?
Yes,
Long
you are.
rest?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're no longer feared.
All right. Is everyone good to head out?
That boat wasn't that scary.
Oh, it's just, it just kind of looked like a regular boat.
Well,
I don't know what I was thinking.
I mean, that's what I think. I think it wasn't your thinking that made you afraid of it. I think something
I'll
else
never
made you
ride
think
a
like
boat.
that.
You'll never see me ride a boat. I hate boats
I think
so
Sam
much.
was just
Still
always
afraid of
afraid of
boats.
boats. I think
That
he
was
always
just a separate issue.
No, he definitely was not always afraid of boats.
I was always afraid of boats.
No, you were not. No.
All right, you guys
It's
head
a
out of the town.
long-standing fear.
Yep.
Yep.
We leave town.
All right, back to the region map. Who is heading
Right.
the expedition?
I would like to again.
Yep. And you said you wish to do something.
All right.
Yoda's just chilling. She's like,
Yeah,
"I'll
just
watch from
before
the
we
back."
was it when we crested the hill that we all like?
It was
and
roughly when
everyone
you were.
got hit by
It was roughly when you were between like 150 to 200 feet away from the boat.
Okay. Yeah, I probably won't be able to judge that distance well then. All right, that's fine. 23 for the survival check.
That's for your survival check. Same thing as usual. Or are you trying to like follow any trail that you left on the way back, basically, or?
Yeah, if there is any, I don't. But yeah, I'm just trying to get back to it.
And while checking for tracks specifically using that survival check, not just to navigate, but to check for tracks, you see that the direction you are going is actually like pretty well traveled. It seems like there was other people that were heading there and then heading back in like the general direction that you're going.
Do they look like relatively fresh or just in general?
With the 23, some of them look like kind of aged, and especially with like the rolling dunes, like some of them like are basically non-existent. There is one set of tracks that it's like looks to be like an individual that seems a bit fresher than the other ones. It's not like yesterday fresh, but it's like a bit fresher than the others.
As long as we're not being like followed or anything, that's fine.
No, doesn't appear that you were followed.
We'll continue to the boat.
Okay. As you do so, it takes roughly an hour to reach there.
As we approach it, I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself. Actually,
okay.
It's only for 10 minutes though.
Yep.
You can do it right
When
before
I
you get
see
off
like
hill.
the hill that we started climbing before I felt that way,
All
I'm
right.
gonna cast it on myself.
Okay. Okay. That's perfectly fine. As you all make your way, as you all crest the hill.
Sorry, I have another thing. As we get, I'm gonna try and cut it pretty close, but I will also be casting Emboldening Bond.
Okay. On who?
Definitely myself. Penny's got a lot of summons, so that's important. You already
Here,
have
so I
protection
can,
from good and evil and
I can apply the fucking. All right, so
And
emboldening bond.
You can cover 3 people with that?
proficiency bonus.
So embolden on you, on you, on you, and then I need protection from good and evil. From evil and good, actually.
A different spell entirely.
And then Gris gets nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Iron mine, iron trap up there. Nothing
Just
can
in
get in,
general.
nothing can get out.
Mind on ice.
Yeah. Okay. As you all crest the hill, I need a wisdom saving throw from everyone. Specifically for Sam, Gris, and Noda, I need you to make it at disadvantage.
Oh man.
Shit.
Oh man.
Shit. Now shit's getting real.
Mine's at
Oh,
advantage.
that makes sense because we have PTSD.
Mine with advantage. And
Oh no. I did
Rolled
worse
again.
than
I thought I was strong.
Wait a second.
Alright.
Before y'all.
Okay, so I got a 5, and I'm like, oh shit, that's bad. But then I got a nat 1, so oh shit,
So
that's
it's
worse.
worse.
I got a 16 at first, but
Can I
then I got
silvery
a
barbs this?
9.
Silver bar
Nope.
only works
No,
on
it goes the
successes.
other way.
Dang.
You guys hear a weird
Guess I'll
chattering
just lucky
noise?
it instead.
It's my teeth.
I rolled a 22.
I'm right there with you, Noda. Maybe not as bad, but my tail is over my eyes.
For
again.
me, the PTSD comes more from just everybody not taking it seriously.
Like, right? We told them the boat was sus, right?
Okay,
Right,
okay.
like, they don't know
Sam,
them.
Sam, what did you get?
There.
What did you get, Sam?
I'm allowed to lucky disadvantage rolls, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sick. Okay, so that means I got 16 and 18.
Okay. Wait.
So it's 16 before the mod.
Okay. Okay, that's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, how'd you get 2 9?
Okay.
It was wisdom,
Okay.
right? So
Yes.
17 and 19. Yeah.
Wait, how do
Alright.
you have 2 numbers? Lucky just
How do you
lets you
have two
reroll
numbers?
1.
No, Lucky just rerolls once. It doesn't turn it
Yeah.
to advantage.
Yeah, I rolled 7 and 16, and then I rolled 18 for the 7. So now it's 16 and 18
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's 2 numbers.
Okay.
Because
Okay
it's 2
then.
numbers.
Oh,
Lucky
because-
lets you just choose that
It-
one.
Yeah,
No.
it becomes the.
No, the 2 numbers from the disadvantage roll, and I'm re-rolling the 7.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but I think the wording on Lucky is weird.
But he's
Either
replacing
way,
the
you
7,
succeed.
so
Either
Yeah.
way, you succeed.
This is complicated.
All right.
Yeah, you
Do
can.
I get to choose which roll? Because I just re-rolled the first one, which was 7.
regardless, it works out. So
Yeah, whenever you
Indeed.
make an attack roll, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. It's not replacing one; it's just adding one that you can choose, and it doesn't matter if it's disadvantage.
Oh, so I just get to choose the 18?
You just choose whichever one it is.
Yeah.
You can
So,
just choose the 18.
what ends up
sorry, I
happening
choose
is Noda and Gris. As soon as you crest the hill, you get like traumatic flashbacks onto this boat. And that boat is dangerous, and you are feared by
I
this
knew I
boat.
hated boats. I knew I hated boats.
I let them sway my mind that they told me it was fine. I believed them. They were wrong.
God, you're so
Sam
right.
fucking love boats.
You're so wise, Chris.
Sam always loved boats. Sam was always a fan of boats.
I fucking love boats, dude. Like, holy shit! Look at the way it goes on that water. God,
It's buried in the sand.
Walking up the helm and like smacking it with like my robo hand. Like this boat right here, sturdily made. What a good craftsmanship. Is this oak? I'm gonna start tasting the boat.
Don't
Wait,
taste the
did you
boat.
walk up to the boat?
Did I walk up to the boat?
It is
my
200
You
feet.
said you
It's
slapped it.
it's 200 feet away.
I teleport to the boat.
I'm definitely leading to the boat. It's
Okay. You guys are leaving Noda and Gris behind.
I'm.
okay. So here, I'm gonna
Does no one have lesser
talking to Penny
restoration?
for a second. I have what?
Does anyone have a heroism or lesser restoration?
Lesser restoration.
Didn't you have calm emotions?
Me? I don't.
No, Pal.
Wait. I didn't take lesser restoration because it doesn't list feared as one of the things it can fix.
Oh, well, calm emotions can, I think.
Yeah, but after it wears off, they will be affected again.
Oh.
And it's only a minute duration. So I want to make sure I cast that when something goes wrong, kinda.
Okay,
it's only
so just so you're aware, Calm Emotions has a range of 60 feet. It's a 20-foot sphere,
Yeah.
and they're going to be 200 feet away.
Yeah, it's a minute. I don't think calm
Yeah.
emotions solves our problem. I mean, I
So-
took it just in case everyone got hit so that we could make rational decisions, but
Well,
Yeah.
Penny's gonna pull John and Jacob out of the bag.
They need to make wisdom saving throws.
They sure do.
Oh no, Terrence is also afraid.
So for John,
So you hear chattering teeth and like a soft, wet.
John is
slap.
feared.
Terrence also
All right.
shaking.
Jacob
And
is
Jacob?
not.
All right, Jacob. You bring out Jacob, and he goes nah, and then you bring out John, and he goes yeah, and then like stops mid yeah, and then just goes back into the bag.
Okay. Well, I guess John's out of this fight. At least we got Jacob. And then I should check Bert because he's out too.
This is when
Yeah.
Penny's favoritism towards Jacob starts to show a little bit more.
Bert rolled an 11.
Bert is also feared.
All right, Bert is going into a pocket dimension.
All
where
right.
I'm going to snap my fingers, and he's just all the bones are going to collapse into the sand and then just sink underneath it. As he is put into a little dimension.
Okay.
While but yeah, and then Penny's gonna say like, well, we might be able to stop the fear if we go in there and figure out what's causing it.
Yep. And we're not going to gain anything by leaving and coming back. It's clearly only getting worse for him. So.
You guys,
gonna be...
it's cool. We want to be here. We're not.
Here, I have an idea. And she's gonna reach into the bag and be like, no, you have to come. You're coming out now, and drag John out of the bag. And set him on his feet.
Oh,
it's like, John,
he's shaking. He's shaking a little bit.
No,
like, it sounds like a xylophone.
chattering together.
Yeah.
And Penny's gonna be like, okay, John, you don't have to come to the boat with us, but
Yeah.
I want you to stay, and you're gonna listen to Gris. Okay?
Yeah. And he salutes Gris.
Basically, what that means for you, Maddie, is that you can use your bonus action to command John.
Oh.
So he is a full skeleton. He can do attacks. He can pick up things. He doesn't have great stats, but he can do things.
All right.
Yeah.
Finally a boss.
I'm
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Penny's gonna be like, okay, so
Yeah.
you guys have John here to help things. You guys need help out here.
All right.
And the rest of us, I think, are going to go in and see if we can find the source of what's causing this, or at least get the wood and come out.
Worst case, ideally. Yep. All right.
And Penny's gonna.
For people who can, let's head out.
Okay.
Grab
This is a very good looking boat.
Jacob's hand and get about 4 feet away from Jacob before it starts pulling him as well.
All right. So the trio of Gris, Noda, and John. The trio, or the golden trio, as they say. All right. It's like a minute to like walk all the way down the dunes to get closer to the boat. I'll activate this scene. Bert is not there. Neither is John. But who is there is we have a Penelope Winthrop. We have a Sam. Hal.
I can see.
And we have a Jacob.
I love that drawing of Jacob.
All right.
I saw the updated one. We gotta get the updated one in, but it's got his.
You not get to
fucked up-
see the other group if we're not there.
Yeah, we can't see because we're not there. So.
But there is the stream view.
There is the stream, and also, you guys technically your characters can't bear to look at the boat, so realistically, you shouldn't see.
I think it's for the best that I don't know what's in there.
But also, if you guys want to see the stream,
Yeah, but also if you want to, you can just pull up the stream.
I don't.
Well,
All right.
All right.
Fuck you.
No.
Wait, come on, Jacob. We got.
No.
Say when. Sam?
Oh shit.
All right. Stay back a bit while I open the door, just in case.
Okay.
Not that far back. Jesus.
Yeah, what you see before you is like a rather like it looks like it was a door that was almost like set up at like post marooning of this boat, basically.
Sam, stop shuffling. We're about to.
Every day I'm shuffling.
All right.
All right, pause. Where the fuck is
Where'd
Sam?
Sam go? Sam.
You're going there.
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
Hold on one second.
Oh, I didn't do this. I'm going to retroactively say I did this because Penny would never forget to do this. At the start of today, Penny would have cast Animate Dead to reassert control over the skeleton.
That makes
Okay,
yeah,
just mark the spell slot.
I just marked the spell slot off. I just realized I'm like, haha, wait. Because if I don't do that, after 24 hours, they just turn into regular skeletons that no one has control over.
All right. Private
Like
gym.
they just control themselves, or they fall and like.
I don't know. That's kind of up. It's all it says is
Wait,
that
no.
you don't have control over them.
All right. So,
Interesting.
pal, I have a question for you.
I love questions.
That's a question.
What is your armor class?
That's a
16.
fun
My armor class
question.
is currently 20.
16
20.
big ones.
Okay.
I really hope it's not like a booby trap door and we just like set off 13 meteor storm spells.
That would be funny.
I am noticing 2 crossbows in here, but
Yes.
Crossbow.
As you enter, there's actually 2 ballista. One of them is set up on the door, and as you step through, it fires. And let's see here. You take a total of
1,000 damage.
Let's see here. You take Jesus. I don't know how to say this simply, but you take 43 damage.
Jesus.
He has been slain.
As like a ballista bolt, like this thing is like the size of an arm, just punctures straight through Pal's chest and it's just sticking there. And you see him just sort of like almost like glitch out a little before just like immediately scanning the surroundings. And you hear a rough voice just sort of chuckle inside this ship, but you can't seem to locate it. As you hear, "Sorry about that. That was supposed to be a warning shot. But you ignored my warning, so I took that part out."
Didn't know there was one. That's...
Yeah, I didn't really see the warning here. Somebody just shot our friend with a ballista.
You
Good
don't
move,
you,
by the
you
way.
don't hear that,
You're back
Sam,
there.
because you're too
You're
far
back.
away. You're too far
Oh.
away. Yeah, that's what happens when you're everyday or shuffling, unfortunately.
It was worth it.
And with that, this isn't exactly common, but it is a high stress situation. So I'd like everyone to roll initiative. That is in the scene. Gris and Noda, you and John is taken to sitting down on the top of the dune, facing directly away from the boat. You're free to join it.
No, it didn't let me roll combat. Hold on. I have to
Right, hold on a second. Let me
shit.
start an encounter. There you go.
Okay.
Wait, you can set noises for the. Hold on.
Oh no.
Go to the combat tracker. Click the little combat tracker settings thing. The only thing as players that you can do is change.
Epic and fight commentator.
It gives you noises when it's your turn next. It's your turn. And when combat begins.
Oh.
All right.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we'll take those.
All right.
Is your dex 6?
No.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I was like, oh, that I see. The tiebreaker thing is actually just a modifier based on your dexterity. Why is his oh no? That's a smart way to do it. Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. First in the turn order, let me begin combat.
My turn comes.
Yep, not quite yet. I'm gonna go. Let's go.
No. we're waiting.
And that's gonna be the end of the turn.
Oh.
Penny, you hear, like the twang of like a crossbow, but much heavier and greater. And then you just see Powell's form be jerked to the side, and you see that he's been like freshly impaled by a massive bolt, roughly the size of his arm.
All right. Game's pause. By the way.
Oh, right. Apologies. You hear like some voice murmuring, but echoing, but you're not able to exactly make out what it's saying. and you just see Pal sort of scanning this area, looking for something.
Touch. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm assuming just. Jacob just has his own turn. The initiative, he doesn't go completely after me.
Yes. You
Okay,
you can give him an order with your bonus action. The order will be carried out on his turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna kind of walk forward a couple steps. Like, oh, pal, are you okay? What
Don't-
happened?
Walk in here.
Okay. Do you need me to do anything, or?
Yeah, you good with the?
I don't know if you have a method of healing, but currently we're still assessing some situation.
I
This
do.
is like-
It's not.
Trying to deal with the ballista bolt that's been.
It's not really great.
Lodged into his chest.
Not really. I can't really help with healing that much.
All right. In that case, just be careful
All right.
and
then
be
I'm
ready to run.
I'm gonna look over at Jacob and be like, Jacob, come up here and help me. And I want Jacob to move here.
Okay. He will do that on his turn. Is that the end of your turn?
It's the end of my turn. I'm gonna click enter.
Okay, Sam, it's your turn. What does Sam do? Just saw Hal get impaled.
Fuck. Are we trying to fight this guy? Or are we trying to assess what the fuck just happened? Because
I am,
not gonna lie,
I am trying to assess what has happened.
my squad mate is a human robo donut, a ronut, right now.
So what
I'm just gonna,
happened
like-
is you just heard, he's like Pal is just like, stay here, I'm gonna go in first. He walked in and he got impaled. That's the information you have to work with.
Oh. Well, the
the danger could have passed, or there could still be a very present danger. You're not sure.
So I'm going to assume we do not want to crowd the doorway, right? What's going on in the room right now? Because I can only
idea.
see through the door.
Yeah, what you
Is
can
it
see
just-
is what you can see.
Yeah,
What
well,
you can
no,
see is what you can
nothing-
see. And
Alright.
what Pal can see is what Pal can see.
Well, what are the odds they can wall bang us? Oh, hey, look, a ballista aimed specifically so it can wall bang us.
Yeah.
Take a step back, Sam.
I'm gonna move over here.
Ain't that crazy? You mean
Oh, no.
that one ballista that did 43 damage to Pal?
I'm gonna like move
That
back and
one?
just make a snap. I'm going to like move my fingers like really quickly, and then have like snap.sfx play near my fingers
Yeah.
as I cast healing word on fucking pal.
All right. Go ahead and roll the healing. If you can click the spell, it'll cast it for you.
Level
Spell book.
1, fire. Did I do
All
anything?
right.
Fire.
Go click the healing button.
There it goes.
Hey,
Nine healing.
bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Apply healing to Pal. 9 healing. Hey, look at that. He's good as new.
Nothing ever happened.
Yeah, you're
Good,
okay.
good as new.
Fairly odd parents band-aid on like the impaled wound.
Yeah, so like you say that the impalement's still there, but his Pal's movements are now like smoother and now like more controlled. He's no longer like his body's no longer like freaking out because he got impaled. It's still a stressful situation though. I'm assuming that's the end of your turn though, Sam.
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 Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I can do this turn.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, unless like, can I study like the ballista?
What would you study? The ballista? Go ahead and make a history check for me.
All right. Specifically, I'd like to know if like it was manned or that was like an automatic like trap system, something like that. All right, 11 plus history. 12.
12?
big ones.
With the 12, it's kind of hard to tell. You have to take a closer look at it from this distance, especially. That'll be the end of your turn. Pal, it's your turn.
All right.
You were told that was supposed to be a warning shot. Some sort of warning had already been issued. And then you were shot.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary real quick on myself.
all right.
And I'm just gonna kind of call out. Didn't get the warning, unless that's what we're counting. I don't suppose we can just talk about this.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
At
disadvantage. At disadvantage.
Even less of his strong suit. Yeah, that'll be a 5.
Oh no.
Okay.
Got a 4 and an 8.
Okay. Anything else you like to do, pal? Like to move anywhere?
Yeah. I want to see around these boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna... Okay, so that goes like that. Yeah, I'll take a step in.
Okay.
Can I see? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6. Can't see the ballistas anymore, but I can't see anything else either. And I've already used bonus actions, so I can't do that. Yeah, that'll be my turn. Nope.
All right. Next up is Jacob. He's gonna just sort of waddle over and just give you a no, and then he's gonna end his turn. Next
I just
up.
lost mage armor and aid.
Why did you lose mage armor?
I also lost aid.
Why did everyone lose aid? Huh.
It got cured.
Yes, let's.
Was the timer on those effects really short?
Maybe. Hold on a second. It shouldn't have been. Let me go back to aid. Aid. Yeah. Okay, it seems to still be affected. And then they add mage armor back in. I don't know why that happened. Maybe I need to update my modules or whatnot. We'll see. Let me move Jacob back. And then, yeah, you're gonna hear in response. Gonna hear back in response. Really? So what were those tracks left outside then? Most people are wise to just leave this place be. And I have no patience for you topsiders. None whatsoever.
Topsiders.
And they're going to...
Do you want it to be?
Yeah.
And then they're going to... Yeah, they're going to... you're going to hear... As you're like, you're taking cover behind these boxes, you're going to hear a click. You're going to hear a click and a sound of like tension in the limbs of a ballista, and you get the impression with your passive perception that he's reloading the ballista that shot you when you first entered.
Okay.
How the firing works, or like if it's automated or it has to be fired manually, you don't know. Sam tried to study that, was unable to. But that is what you hear him do. Whether or not this person is still in that vicinity, unknown. Next up, Penny. You begin to hear the sort of conversation that Pal and this mystery man is having. You're getting vague bits of it here and there, but all you can see is Pal sort of like, you saw Pal walk in and like try to take cover behind some crates, but you've lost vision of him.
Okay. Penny is going to.
And now I'm gonna turn on some fucking music.
Music time. Penny's going to step up to the door.
Okay.
And just kind of peek her head in, not fully go in, and just yell out. Whoever's attacking us in here, we're not here to fight. We just need some resources from here. We didn't know it was occupied. We're sorry. Yeah, and I'm just trying to like diffuse the situation by like apologizing and telling them why we're here.
Okay. I'd say this would be another persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yep, that is a persuasion. You said?
Out.
Oh, we hear you still.
Yep.
Do you hear us? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, that is a 7.
7. You hear a rueful chuckle echo within the ship, and don't think he's that convinced.
Nope.
Or maybe he just doesn't care. It's kind of hard to pin down. You're doing a persuasion, not an insight check, so it's kind of hard to pin down.
And then what do I want to do?
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna back up.
Okay. All right.
And just
Are you gonna give a command to Jacob?
Yes. I'm gonna tell Jacob to walk in there and help protect Powell.
I'll give like a yeah.
And yeah, that's his directive.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be him. Sam. What do you do? It is your go, Sam.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's take another look at that ballista.
Pause.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding, you're fine.
That was a bold move to enter the building.
I am now in the building.
You are.
I would like to re-examine that ballista.
All right. You can make if you're trying to study like how it's functioning or how it works. That would be a study action. Or if you wish to just sort of like, it's either perception. If you just want to like get an understanding of your surroundings, or if you want to study.
I'll study
the
mechanism.
All right.
Yeah.
All right then. Make a history check.
That is 18 plus history, 19.
19. Okay. So, very clearly, with the like aged and sort of sanded down wood of this ship, these ballista are not from the same time frame as this ship. But they also aren't like extremely high tech. You see that like the fire mechanism, it looks like somebody just like attached sort of like a rope for the release mechanism that can be activated safely from a distance. So it looks like the ballista is aimed first, and then it just has a trigger that can be activated from a distance away from it. So if you move out of the way of its shot, you're not going to get hit. There's no chance of you being hit.
Okay. Can I just talk to the guy?
Sure. Last time you heard, his voice was just echoing throughout the area. You don't seem to see him.
How are you doing that? Like, I don't know exactly where you are, but I can kind of hear you everywhere. Are you like a ghost?
Is that going to be your speak action for the turn?
Do I wait? Is speaking an action? Oh, I thought you could do.
No, not unless you wanted to have a mechanical effect. If you want to have a mechanical effect, then we do rolls, and it needs to be contained in some way.
I got you, because I had already studied the crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The response you hear is like, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
I would like to know. How are you doing that? I want to do that.
You actually hear the voice right next to you. It's right to your side. But there's no one there.
Oh shit. Are you casting message? Seriously, how are you doing that? That's pretty fucking cool. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna walk out.
All right. That's your turn. Pow, it's your go.
All right, I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And how to get out of here? Just looking at my stuff.
I accidentally stopped the music. Don't mind me.
What you've done.
The atmosphere, it's gone.
No!
That happened right as I was trying to install that same game again, and I was so afraid that it just broke something again.
Let's go!
Oh, it's an open menu I haven't opened yet. Alright. Would I be able to get out the door, or is that considered like a blocked path, essentially?
That is going to be considered a block path because of how many people are crowding the door currently.
Yeah.
I usually allow, I'm lenient with, moving around or through allies, but with that many people blocking the way out, I'm gonna respectfully say no.
Then.
Correct!
Okay. I am going to healing word myself.
Okay. Go ahead and click that spell. Click that healing. 7 healing. Good as new.
I would like to use my reaction to prepare to run through the doorway once it is uncleared.
Okay.
I need people to move out of that door.
I'm gonna move out that door.
You can't.
You're not. You cannot. It is not your turn. Was that your turn? You're holding the dash action.
Yeah, that'll have to be it. I can't do much of anything else, and fighting here is not a great option for me in this state.
Oh, okay. Next up is Jacob, who was commanded by Penny to get in there and help Pal. And so he's going to, it's going to take most of his movement to basically get around Sam, so he's not going to actually be able to use his full movement. He's going to be able to get in here, and that's about it.
He has 30 feet of movement.
He has 30 feet. Yeah, I'll give him a few more steps. And he's gonna just sort of waddle up to Pal and go, nah! He's sort of just hunched over on his hands.
Okay.
And he's here. Anything? And I believe that's gonna be the end of his turn. He's there to help. There's nothing for him to use the help action on, so he's just kind of there.
I still believe he said protect.
Protect. Okay. Next. 8 went away again. But the temporary health is still there, even though the effect is gone.
Okay. My armor class reset, but I just know my armor class is 15, so we don't have to mess with this each time.
Okay. Yeah, I think I need to update that module, I guess. Alright. Top turn order. Let me roll. Boop, 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 boop. At advantage. Pow! Does a 20 hit?
A 20 meets. Yes.
It meets.
But I have
Fantastic.
Sanctuary up. So.
Correct. It'll need to be a wisdom saving throw.
Or he has to redirect a target to a different target. Jacob, my boy.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I rolled that with using PAL stats. Whoops. I'm like, well. Alright. Okay. So. Yeah. The 20 still hits you though, right?
20 does hit, yeah.
Okay. It's going to roll a normal hit. And then it's going to add this. All right, Pal. As you see a Dwargar fade out of invisibility right in front of you, snarling, "Found you!"
Oh.
And he's going.
Hiding.
And he's going to deal 28 points of damage to you.
That leaves me on 1.
Yes. He brings a war pick down onto your torso, dealing that and that. So yes, he's gonna bring that down and hit you with it. And that's going to be his turn. Yeah, well, he had to use his bonus action. So, yeah, that's his turn. Penny, it's your go.
So I have a cool... Actually, I can just check this.
Yeah.
For... I'm checking something, sorry. It determines... So because Jacob is undead, how does he respond to necrotic damage?
Well, let me see.
It technically doesn't give him immunity or resistance.
Yeah, he uses the skeleton stats. He doesn't have immunity or resistance then.
Okay. That changes things for me. Penny is going to just reach out her hand and yell, "Stop!" And I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Oh my god.
All right. Give me
an intelligence saving throw, buddy boy.
All right. Oops. This shouldn't be private anymore. It's a 9.
All right. Let me roll my damage. He loses his reaction. He cannot. And next turn, he can only move, take an action, or a bonus action. He cannot do more than one of those.
Okay.
And woo! That's 12 points of psychic damage into his brain.
All right. 12.
12. Whoa.
All right.
And then I'm going to command Jacob to... Fuck it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to command Jacob to... I did command Jacob to protect.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep Jacob on that thing. So I would assume under that command he would attack since he has a target that attacked Pal.
The command he's operating on is Protect Pal.
So I would assume he would hit. He would attack.
The command he is operating on is Protect Pal.
Yep.
Okay.
To leverage it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a mental command directly to his brain. So.
Yes.
Well, lack of brain. And for my bonus action, do I have any other bonus actions I can do? Can't do a spell. No, that's it. That's my turn.
All right. Sam. You see this guy Paladin has a couple new holes in him. One
Oh,
from
fuck.
a ballista shot and the other from a war pick.
Whoa. Whoa, wait, I think you take a step back, like, whoa.
Oh, you step on
Stepped
Penny.
on fucking Penny.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. I
Whoa,
was just,
whoa,
I was just rolling.
whoa.
I was rolling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Whoa. Is that a person?
Ow! 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 You're on my foot. You're on my foot.
Oh, okay,
Ow.
sorry. Is that a person?
What's a door?
Is that the bite of 87?
Is it the blood of 87?
Is that a boat?
Please tell me you're a person.
He's like, he's gonna turn to you and go, I'm more of a man than any of you.
Great! I'm gonna cast whole person on him.
Go ahead and click the spell.
Oh.
This
So we're,
is
here it goes.
I'm
This is
more of a
Sam's
man
character.
than any of you.
hold person.
Oh.
All right. Wisdom
The
saving
spell
throw.
fails.
Normal. 7.
Yo.
This man's got no wisdom and
Am I able to
no
choose
intelligence.
to not use my reaction to dash? Or is that
Uh,
I mean,
I
just don't know how it
doorway's
works.
not
So
clear.
so you have set the condition. You can choose to ignore that condition. Basically, it's
Cool,
it's like
cool.
your reaction is completely wasted then. But you know, it's whatever.
I just wanted to
Granted,
know if I was
the
able
way
to.
is not the way is not clear,
Yeah,
and
I
so
just was
that condition's
thinking,
actually never met.
Yeah, I just
So-
feel like it might be coming in a second, so I want to know if that was something I have in the option.
Sure. No. Once it loops back to your turn, it's null and void. Hold person. He's under the effect of hold person. Oh, hey, this one has a little effect for it. Cool.
Hey,
That's neat.
put him in the water cube.
um.
Welcome to the car wash, idiot.
While this is happening, I'd like to check in with Gris and Noda. Gris and Noda, what are you doing with John? Decidedly not
There's a
looking
picture
at the
of us
boat.
all sitting at the. on the news.
Okay.
I think we're just sitting there contemplating life.
Yeah. You think you can vaguely hear over the distance Sam shouting, "You're a person," but it's like very muffled. So it's like, "You're a person."
Yeah, we heard
You're a
like the
virgin.
first shot, or at least Noda did, and she like looked over her shoulders, like. Ugh.
There's the scary boat.
Yeah, there's a scary boat. I'm like, Pal's big and strong. He's probably
As
fine.
soon as the prow of the boat got into the corner of your vision, that was it.
Yeah, no, I think in my head I was like, worst case scenario, I think Pal's gonna be the one that makes it back.
Oh jeez.
The man with 1 health, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're like, Pal's big and strong, so like, worst case scenario, Pal will be able to bring their bodies back and we can do something.
Anyways, that's the end of Sam's turn. As he does a little jig celebrating that he has finally met a person. After dealing with beasts and delving into dungeons, he meets a person. God bless. Pal, it's your turn. Your reaction
Okay.
goes to waste, and you're back up with a new set of
Yeah.
actions,
Side
bonus
note,
action, and
Pal was still
reaction.
frustrated at Sam for not giving him the option of leaving.
Correct. Correct.
But for the time being, let me. Well, I gotta do it on this side.
Yep.
Pal is going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay, and it will be an auto crit if you hit, by the way.
At
So go ahead and make an attack roll at advantage.
Attack advantage. That'll be a 27.
That'll hit.
An auto crit.
Go ahead and make it. That damage is automatically crit. So
8d10.
Critical hit. So that'll be 44 necrotic damage.
so Hal is very much struggling to move, and you're like, oh no, he can't leave, but he's actually charging up energy into his hand, and you see it just sort of like rotate, like it's, and you see it all like condense. You're like, oh no, he's like, this robot's like short circuit or anything. He's actually, all of his energy just sort of coalesces into the palm of his hand, and it looks like he's stumbling, but he's actually just leaning forward to just land a hand on this paralyzed man's chest. and you just see a bright, like, from a distance, if anyone saw this, there'd just be like a bright flash of light that's silhouetted by Sam and Penny just sort of standing in the doorway.
I was gonna say I don't do this often, but
but
Explode now.
takes 44 points of damage. It's like, yeah, you paid him back for that warning shot, I guess. +1.
and then I will second wind.
Okay, go ahead and roll the healing for that.
9 healing.
9 healing. Perfect. And is that the end of your turn?
Yep, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Penny, Jacob is going to make an attack roll with a short sword. Can you do so at advantage and roll a damage as a crit? If it hits, that is.
Alright.
Because who knows? With Jacob, it may miss. It may miss.
You're so wild for that because you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Let's go!
So that's a 2 plus 2 plus, so it's a 6. So I don't think that hits.
So you see Jacob like reach in and try to jerk the short sword out of his ribcage, and eventually he does. But as he does so, he's like rearing back on his small, spindly hind legs when he's usually hunched over on his arms. And you see him just sort of stumble. He goes, "Arr!" And he brings it down on the planks like right above the man before stumbling back. And he's just sort of just like his head's just sort of like nodding unknowingly to like some erratic rhythm while just looking very proud of himself.
Good job, Jacob. Keep it up.
All right. It's gonna be this guy. Why did a whole person prematurely end? Like,
I think it is that confirms that it is a problem with the.
Yeah, that confirms that this is a problem.
Round. At the end of rounds, everything's getting reset.
Yeah. So that's what's happening then. For some reason, Embolden's special, but I guess that's because it's a custom effect. But who knows? This person needs to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn to try and break out a whole person. Let's see. Nope.
No.
He's still there. Penny, it's your turn.
Still a person.
Pal's gonna lock eyes with Penny and just... We're fighting.
Do it. Kill him. Do it. Strike him down. Strike him down. Do it. Kill him. The normally blue eyes of Pal are like flashing, occasionally flashing red as like he's in Terminator mode.
Euphoric.
I am going to cast Ray of Frost. Is at advantage, right? All attacks are?
It is not an automatic crit though, because it's not within like 5 feet of him.
Okay. Dice. Okay. That is a 16 plus numbers. A lot of
that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And we were level 5, right? So it's 2d8.
Correct. Whoa!
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 That is 10 cold damage.
Okay.
As Penny just kind of like holds her hand up to her mouth and just kind of puffs out this like icy, like, you know when you're on a cold winter day and you breathe out and you see all that steam coming out of your mouth, and it coats her hand in this like icy thing, and then she kind of thrusts it forward and it kind of lobs this like arcing bolt of frost as it lands on his body and then starts to coat around him.
Okay.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, let me mark that down. Here we go. Oh, Ray of Frost. There you go.
Get frosted, idiot.
There you go.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.
Get frosted.
Wait. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to just tell. Keep it up, Jacob. Just continue what you were doing.
All right. Sam, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Keep in mind it's concentration.
It is concentration, so you need to not cast any other concentration spells.
Alright, well, there's no more... Then I guess I'll just I'm gonna throw a healing aid. Not a healing aid.
Healing aid.
Heal.
A healing word at that has
All
a
right.
break on. Yeah, it should.
It does not.
Sensible.
You can heal. You can healing
Okay.
ward.
But I'm gonna healing word, pal.
All right, go ahead and roll. Click that spell and then roll the healing. Cool. Healing. You gotta click the healing button. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
7 big ones. Hal's working his way up.
Then I will also. Huh, I guess I can vicious mockery him.
Sure.
Yeah.
He can just make this as a straight roll. Let's
You may
go.
have taken his movement, but you cannot take his dignity.
He
I've
fails.
taken his
Go ahead
dignity.
and roll damage.
Goodbye, dignity.
Damn, that's a max roll.
That's all.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then he has a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage on his next.
No.
Oh, okay. Let me add that effect to him too. You know, let me make sure he has.
these up on him.
Yeah.
Blindness
Okay.
on him too.
Just want to
Yeah.
make sure we can't see his health when we hover on him. Is that intentional?
For this one, no, it actually isn't. Let me. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Just wanted
Yeah,
to
mate,
make
that sounds about right.
Oh yeah, let me just show that 800 health.
Yes. All right. With that, it's into Sam's turn. Pal.
Yeah, I want to look him in the eyes and then cast Inflict Wounds 2nd level again.
Holy shit!
All right.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and make that attack with advantage. Okay,
Yeah.
deal the critical damage.
For 54.
All right.
Jesus.
So what happened before is like
there is 1 die below average in that roll.
Sim is cheering right now. He's got pom poms on his hands.
So-
I want to grab his hand, like basketball palm his face.
yeah.
And
So what happens is Sam paralyzes this guy, and you guys just all like gang up on him. Pal's first damage was like him leaning over and just slowly putting his hand on his chest. But for the second, like it takes like 5 seconds for Pal's hand to just basically creep up to like his face and just cover the entire thing with his metal hand. And then like the hand doesn't stop moving up, only now it's clenching around the face and it's lifting this person up. This is a dwarvish figure. So Pal slowly stands to his full height. He was on a knee, and now he is standing his 6 foot tall figure, holding this dwarf easily twice his height above the ground. And you just see the hand clench for a moment. The body figure will go stiff, and then it will release from Pal's hand, dead.
Oh my god.
And that is the end of the counter. And we're gonna pick up from there next session.
Jesus Christ.
got some bones for you, Penny.
I was gonna say, I got another animate dead target, but I don't think Penny
So-
wants this one.
So I would like to ask, did you guys like that session?
Yes.
Yes. I know it wasn't the most
Sam finally
interactive
got to
for
hit somebody with
for
full
Noda and
person.
Gris.
Yeah,
I know.
It kind of sucks that Nona and Gris
I
got
have
left
been
out, but
edging for a year and a half.
I think it's kind of good that Noda and Gris didn't see Pal absolutely eviscerate this guy from the inside out.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
He
Also-
did 98 damage in 2 turns.
Jesus.
So also, you guys are
New
all,
combo unlocked.
a level 5 party. I decided to throw a single high level rogue at you for this encounter,
Mhm.
Oops.
just to just see what's happening. But hey, you know what
And
this
then
tells me?
fucking-
I have to throw 2 enemies
Yeah,
at
the-
you.
yeah,
He's
exactly,
got out.
exactly.
That was a Rengar. No, not a Rengar, because Kha'Zix into Malzahar.
He
This
did
was-
he did almost one shot your tank. I want to say that.
That was true. That was a sneak attack, wasn't it?
It was, yes. It was a sneak attack on a ballista, which
That'll
yeah.
do it. There's not a lot of things that are threatening to 20 AC, but sneak attack from a ballista, that'll be one of them. That's in there.
Alright.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a fucking. When the 54 came through, I was just thinking about. I'm making a grave cleric right now. I was thinking if that cleric was there, you can make him
Yeah,
vulnerable.
double the damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could have made it 200, almost 200 damage.
Meanwhile, like 200 feet away on the dunes, Sam and no, not Sam, Noda and Gris. Over time, John has slowly been trying to like bury himself like you would at the beach, and he's just sort of slowly done that. And now it's gone to the point where like his arms are like only his arms are resting above. It's like up to like the top of his rib cage.
You know those
and
like
his
cheesy
feet
Halloween
are
decorations where it's just the skeleton head, hands, and feet that you put in your yard?
It's basically that. And now that he's not looking at the boat, he's just kind of having fun, and his head's rocking side to side, and his hands and feet are kicking, and he's just going yeah.
I asked John, "Are you enjoying yourself? You like the sand?"
Yeah. And you can kind of interpret that he likes the sand more than he likes the boat.
Me too.
I'm gonna make it a point to return to that lady at the front desk with this ballista bolt still impaled.
Wait.
It's so but yeah, I expected like you guys to find some way to make sure that everyone passed the wisdom saving throw, or like a workaround.
The problem I was having is because it was such a strong fear aura. I'm like, well, I could cast Calm Emotions, and then they'd get down to the bottom of the hill and be scared again.
Let me see something. Doesn't let's see here.
This press effect resumes, provided its duration hasn't expired in the meantime.
Serene Spirit can spend a hit die and add that to a wisdom saving throw. Expires after 8 hours.
What is Serene Spirit?
That is part of the care package that Mr. Murmur gave you.
One of the beers.
Yes, some of the alcoholic beverages. Yeah.
We did have a way.
You did have a way.
Well, a way to make
and you could also you could easily go either like basically dissolve that item to get its crafting recipe, or you could have and then make more of them, or you could have like gone around town looking for some sort of solution. You were in a very populated city that has a lot of potions makers, a lot of elixirs, a lot of people with like magical solutions to this problem. But you decide like, oh, I'm just gonna go, and I'm like, really? Okay then.
I mean,
sure.
I like if this wasn't a wooden boat, I would just hit it with the hammer solution, fireball.
I was so ready to just light the boat on fire. Like that's the prep I was gonna do when we had the rest of the day available. And then I'm like, yeah, but we gotta if all of the planks burn, then that sucks. So I can't just light the boat on fire.
So I guess I do apologize to both Gris and Noda for excluding you guys from this, but
no, it's cool.
Them's the dice.
If I didn't look lucky, then I would have been
And
excluded.
also, some seems to happen disproportionately to Lucy's characters, where they get paralyzed, feared.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Celine. I still feel bad for Celine. Like that whole
horrible combat encounter.
That whole mine was like so rough for one character and one character only. You guys like showed up and like one shot the boss and just that was the mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was when we like were
you fought Meanlocks. Yeah.
No, because the well was different from the mine, right?
Oh, I think so. Whatever it was,
because we went to the well.
I got down to it was 2 death saving throws to 2 successes, I think.
Yes.
And it was a public roll.
And then we went into the mines, and then I bit Tassie.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
And I got real lucky because I rolled a lot of high rolls, but thankfully Tassie had a pretty good AC, and I didn't eviscerate her in front of everybody. If I remember correctly, I don't think you were at full HP because it was near the end of the fight.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Tassie's post-campaign design though does have like a massive scar on her shoulder. That's just like it looks like a massive beast took a bite at her.
I mean,
well,
they did.
Yeah, go figure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
It's a violation of the Geneva Conventions today.
I mean,
but now I know that
gonna become bulk. Just when
I do know that you guys can handle one of these guys now, though. So I do know that I can throw multiple at you.
Well, we can handle one of them as long as we can get the save or suck spell off.
Cool.
Well,
Which
but
means the
also,
next.
I only took a ton of damage because they hit 2 high AC rolls and got through my save spell. So I think I think that was a relatively normalized encounter.
Yeah. So I think you guys could handle 2 of them. I think you guys could handle 3 of them.
Party,
If
we
you
can
have your...
definitely handle 2 of them. There might be like one immediate death depending on who they target first, but
just you know,
they'd die too. It's okay.
Yeah, Penny would have actually almost full died.
Yeah, what's Penny's? Penny's at 32.
Penny's at 37 technically because he increases the maximum HP, which technically increases my threshold for dying.
And Pal's the first dig attack did 43, and then the next did 28.
Yeah, which put me to 1 health. I was at 29 when the 28 came through.
Yeah, and that was after like 3 turns of healing word. You and Sam like healing word, just like throwing out so many health packs. Just like, go. Breathe, darn you, breathe.